And we are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Monday live stream where I answer your questions about cell phone plans, help you find the absolute best deal out there, and save money on your cell phone bill. Thank you all so much for your patience. I've got an exciting live stream today. We're talking about the best cell phone plans end of 2025. Before we dive into my 9 picks for the best plans, though, we got to welcome some of the fabulous people here in the chat. That is you all. We have Voodoo1013. Welcome. Another great Monday MVNO Madness. You are right. Great to see you here. We've got Kevin. Great to see you, Kevin, from Lakeland, Florida. Thank you so much for tuning in. Travis is here. I hope everyone is having a cell-tacular day. I love it. Jeremy, hello. Great to see you here. That's Houston. Can I call you cellmates? Never mind. That's Houston tuning in from prison, it sounds like. Ernesto, hey, what is the best carrier for the best price at the most reliable coverage? Ernesto, we have got you. Throw your zip code in the chat and we will do a deeper dive later. Gabriel, welcome. Max is here. Great to see you, Max. Curious what you think of my top 9 picks here. We'll dive into that soon. Gabriel, Stetson, I see at the bottom of the T-Mobile speed test video, there is an extra button that called Network on the 17 Pro Max. Is this a new feature or what? Can you tell us more about it? It turns out that is a special tab that I get access to that gives you developer information. So I can show it to you. This is the Coverage Map app. And you'll notice there is a tab called Network. Now, this is for internal use. We use it for testing. But if you tap on that, it gives you extra information. Let me actually make sure there's no like weird identifiers. All right, there's nothing I see in here that looks crazy. But either way, this is the information it gives you, basically the raw readout of the information that's available from the iPhone. As you can see, it's a lot of gibberish, not a whole lot we can use. But we have that there for identifying the different SIM cards, trying to determine the connection type and things such as that. So that is what that is. Kyle is here. Great to see you, Kyle. Welcome to the live stream. No Techno, hello. Hello. Great to see you. Houston, Texas. Hello. Hello. Yeah, it's going to be a great stream. Max is sharing AT&T has a promo with American Airlines where if you port in on a new line, could be a new or existing postpaid AT&T account, you get 10,000 free A-Advantage miles. I mean, that seems good if you're an A member. Cuban Classroom 432, hello there. Welcome. Great to see you. We've got Gigatwig. Great to see you. Let's go. Lala G, hello. Jordan is here. Welcome, Jordan. Great to see you here in the Monday live stream. Logan is here. What is up? I have a question. Logan, just ask your question. I'd love to answer it, but now I got to try and find it. Oh, here we go. I brought my phone to the T-Mobile, and I'm new to postpaid, but do you have any idea when I'll be able to do an installment plan? I think immediately, if I'm not mistaken. Like usually when you sign up for service, you're able to just do an installment plan on a new phone if you want to. Brian Cook is here. Hello. How come you didn't do an unboxing of the iPhone 17 this year? Brian, that's a great question. As a YouTuber, there is this weird pressure sometimes to try and do an unboxing video, go viral, make some content. The truth is, the iPhone was already unboxed. Marquez Brownlee did an unboxing. We had Mr. Who's the Boss do an unboxing, first impressions. There are so many. Flossie Carter unboxing, first impressions. I'm sure he did a deeper dive into the features as well. There are people who make excellent unboxing videos. I felt I didn't need to this year. I got to enjoy just ripping this sucker out of the package and using it immediately. And there's a lot to love about being able to do that as opposed to having to film an unboxing video, do multiple A-roll takes and all that stuff. So I didn't want to. I just wanted to enjoy the phone. So there you go. Mark Smith, good evening, Stetson. Hi from Iowa. Mark, wonderful to see you in the chat again, and hope Iowa is treating you well. Jordan, new member, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Glad to help Stetson. Mark, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. You're so kind. Gabriel, following up on that coverage map app. I wasn't sure if there was something that showed what bands are currently connected to or something. Yeah, it would be a really nice feature we do have something that we are cooking for Android that might bring that capability, and I think that would be really awesome. You should make a 2025 video of the new Xfinity mobile plans. Eddie, you are absolutely correct. I should. Ernesto, what is your daily driver? Currently daily driving the iPhone 17 Pro. Really like that smaller form factor of the regular Pro size. I have that Apple silicon case, which looks extremely mediocre in this lighting. You can see all the fingerprints and hand oils and smudges it accumulates, but that is what I am rocking. Peter Oliver is here. No, I said that wrong. Peter Olive is here. Excuse me. Hi there. Greetings from Camden, New Jersey. Great to see you, Peter. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are the best at saving money. Gen X Tips News. I appreciate it. I am trying my best. Do you know anything about Plug Wireless? I do not at the moment. I know they're a new wireless carrier. They launched some new plans, but I currently am not 100% sure. Stetson, do you think we will get another deal similar to the I Love iPhone deal at some point? I couldn't switch right now, but with credit card rewards and that deal, I would have got it sub 100. Kyle, that would have been awesome, man. Those deals they are limited time, and that kind of makes them good and why you should sign up. So I don't know if we're going to get anything similar to that. I do know that we typically see some good deals around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, so that could be an opportune time to check that out. Jordan, dodging the filters I see. Segsy Stetson bringing us another Segsy stream. Thank you, I guess, for your generosity and support in the super chat. Mackie Chu, hello, best cell phone service for 2 lines. We will answer that question on this stream as in just a moment. I think all of the plans we're going to cover in this stream are going to be some of the best plans. Henry, hello, I've seen some of your recent videos and I need to upgrade from a 14 Pro Max to a 17 Pro Max. T-Mobile is my carrier and I have a small business account of 7 lines. What do you recommend is best? Henry, with a business account of 7 lines, I think you should be able to do a T-Mobile trade-in deal. Trade that 14 Pro Max in. T-Mobile will likely give you, depends on what plan you're on with your small business. I think, I could be mistaken, but I think with small business accounts, you are able to put different lines on different cell phone plans. And so if I were in your shoes, I'd consider upgrading to the Experience More or Experience Beyond plan for your specific line, getting that max trade-in deal up to $1,100, I think. And then kind of going from there. But I hope that's helpful. Either way, see what kind of trading credit T-Mobile will give you, or you could go through Apple as well. We got Ira Sharp. You finally made it. Great to have you here. I watched a few after the fact, but haven't been able to make it for some reason. Well, you made it to this one. So thank you so much for tuning in. I think you're going to really like this live stream. We're going to be diving into the best cell phone plans of Q4 of 2025 here in just a moment. Jay, the US Mobile buy 2 get 1 plan on Darkstar is a great deal, but should I just opt for a later promo to get on Lightspeed since Darkstar is terrible in my area? Yeah, Jay, 100%. I mean, I think that's a really great point. Let me pull something up quickly. Sorry, I have a new setup. If you see me looking down, it's because I have my laptop down here. My secondary monitor has temporarily moved locations. So let me pop this up, and then if I am able to go ahead and share this, perfect, add that to the stage, boom. So yeah, if you go to yoldcoverage.map.com and you check your area, I happen to be in Boulder County, Colorado, so I will use that as an example. You can see that in my area, AT&T does technically have the most coverage, but it has the slowest median download speeds when you compare them across the board here, and it has the worst reliability score. So in my specific market, you could not pay me to use AT&T. Jay, I'm not 100% sure what market you are in, but if I were in your shoes, I would not get the buy 2 get 1 free, or excuse me, yeah, the buy 1 get 2 free promotion, because it's just not going to be worth it if the coverage is bad. And for those curious, this is kind of worth doing a shout out because it's only going to be available for the next 2 hours or something ridiculous. Okay, 1 day, 3 hours, 41 minutes, and 6 seconds. So US Mobile, they're running a promo. It is buy one, get two free. Kind of insane. I don't know how they're doing this. I don't know if they ran this by finance because this is almost too good to be true. But if you buy one unlimited, so it's only with the annual plans. If you buy one unlimited premium annual plan, then you get 2 annual unlimited starter plans completely free. I did a whole video on this, and shout out to Noah, channel member and subscriber. Noah, I have no idea how you found my number. I don't even want to know, but I appreciate you for giving me the heads up on this deal. It's the best deal that US Mobile has ever offered. So when you pay for 1 year of unlimited premium, that's $390, and then you get 2 free lines of unlimited starter. That is $270 in savings per line, so $540 in savings, and it's a really awesome deal. It's available for anyone who adds a line, so new and existing customers who add a line, and you just have to make sure you use the code B1G2 at checkout. You have to port in an eligible phone number, and it's only available on that Darkstar network, which is AT&T. So that is the promotion. All right, we do have a super chat from Ethan. Thank you so much for your generosity and support. I signed up for the ACP program. Any thoughts? Yeah, I think that's a great program to be a part of. There are definitely some carriers that offer more affordable plans through that program, and that can be a great way to save some money on service. And there are also some carriers that are not through that program and are just super affordable anyway. Gabriel, when should I get my email to join the Pronto Mobile test? I signed up as soon as the link went out. Gabriel, I appreciate that. So for those curious, Pronto Mobile has sort of launched their test. They are a new cell phone carrier. They're trying to do something very challenging, which is combine all of the networks into one single plan. So it's effectively one plan that will roam on all of the networks. And they are launching, you can pre-register. If you were part of the live stream last week, you got to pre-register. And I think they told me last week it was going to be 7 to 10 days. So hopefully soon I can check in with the team and put a comment below this video after the live is finished. But I hope that's helpful. Oh, sorry about that. Boom. Stetson like the hat. Jordan, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Hey there, Stetson. Just want to say my username is Peter Olive, but you can call me Noah. Noah, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. All right. Ernesto, is your phone unlocked, Stetson? What carrier will you use on your iPhone 17 Pro? This will be the last question, and then we will dive into the best cell phone plans of Q4 2025, because I think you guys are really going to like some of these picks. We've got best unlimited plans, best budget plans, best premium plans, best plans for coverage, best plans for families. It's pretty awesome. To answer, Ernesto, your question, so unlocked iPhone 17 Pro Max, and actually, 17 Pro, not the Pro Max. I actually purchased this with the T-Mobile method. So I financed it with Apple Card. I selected the T-Mobile model. I confirmed it arrived unlocked, and I'm using it with US Mobile right now, and it's been great. So yeah, that's what I'm rocking. All right, I think we should dive in. Shane, hey Stetson, thanks for all the money saving tips and tricks. Shane, you are most welcome. I hope you are saving money. Snarkmark, we haven't heard yet from Pronto. They did receive a lot of interest, so I think the slots may be filled, but I will hopefully have more information for you and put that in a pinned comment. All right, it's time to dive into the best cell phone plans of Q4 2025. And let me just pull up my website here, get a couple things ready so we're good to go, get all the details. All right, perfect. I think this does seem pretty good. Mighty fine. So I was looking at my site and I realized I had not updated my article on the best cell phone plans of 2025. And I was like, wow, this needs an update. We need more information here to give to the people to make better, more informed decisions. The plans have been updated. There are so many things that were different. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through the plans the top 9 best cell phone plans, end of 2025. I'm also going to go into YouTube Studio here and I'll get some polls going if you guys are curious and would like to vote or voice your opinion on some of the different options. So let me make sure this is still working. That looks good. And then where did, here we go. Perfect. Okay, awesome. And then let me just check there. Okay, that's good. And then we pull up the YouTube Studio. So this is, I think, my pick for the #1 best cell phone plan of 2025. Jordan said it, yeah, Trump Mobile clearly the best. Now I'm going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter. So, and specifically on the Darkstar network. Now, why am I picking this plan? I think this is a fantastic plan. It's coming out to $25 a month and gives you truly unlimited high-speed data on the AT&T network. Now, what do you actually get with the plan? Let me go ahead and share the full details here. So we'll do this, share that, and then perfect. Let me go and grab the correct. Boom. Yes. All right. So US Mobile, let's go ahead and find it. Unlimited Starter. And there is a runner-up. So I'll be curious what you guys think. So US Mobile Unlimited Starter Darkstar. This is the plan. Price, $25 a month, all taxes and fees included. Network, AT&T network for coverage. This is going to be a great option for a lot of people. You're getting unlimited high-speed data, so perfect for heavy data users. The data is deprioritized. That means if you're on a congested cell site with AT&T subscribers who are paying for a priority data plan, then your speeds might be a little bit slower. I don't know how much that matters on the AT&T network. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but I would love to test that further. You're getting 20 gigabytes of hotspot data here. This is a huge amount of hotspot data, plenty for most people, and really nice to see in a $25 plan. You're also going to get 720p video streaming. You can choose to add a secondary tablet line starting at $10 for 2 gigabytes, and there are options for international talk, text, and data. So this is my top pick. My runner-up, I'm curious what you guys think. My runner-up was the Visible Base plan. This is another fantastic plan, also $25 per month. This time, it's on the Verizon network with unlimited high-speed data. So we can quickly go through Visible Base. And I was kind of torn between these, so I'm curious which one you would choose. But Visible Base here, this is going to be that exact same $25 per month, taxes and fees included. Coverage is going to be on the Verizon network. It's also going to be deprioritized, QCI 9. Hotspot difference. Visible Base comes with unlimited hotspot data, but capped at 5 megabits per second. So you can use more than 20 gigs, but it will be a little bit slower. Video streaming is also capped at 480p versus 720p on US Mobile's plan. You can add an Apple Watch, but tablets are not supported. Let me see if I can zoom in here. And then you also get free international texting, international calls to 6 countries, and I'd say debatably better international roaming add-ons, $5 a day for 2 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and then $10 a day for 2 gigs internationally. Oh yeah, Sonic is bringing up a really good point. Is there any reason you didn't choose the annual variant of the plan? It's cheaper and has more features. Yeah, I think that's actually a really good call out. So both Visible Base and US Mobile offer annual versions. And I'm actually I'll be curious here. Let me throw in the chat a poll on which one you would pick. So live stream, let me just enter that. Yeah, so Sonic, to answer your question, I think most people, when they're looking for a cell phone plan, they want something that's month to month. And I think $25 per month is a lot more palatable than having to spend the $270 up front for the year. That said, US Mobile in particular does give you a lot of benefits for choosing that annual option. So we'll cover those in a bit. And I'm curious, let me just get a poll going here for you guys to vote on which plan you would personally go for once you've seen all the options. Which plan would you choose? And we'll throw in US Mobile Unlimited Starter. and that will be on Darkstar. I don't think I can fit Darkstar, but we'll do US Mobile Unlimited Starter, and we'll do Visible Base. All right, start poll. Curious what you guys think. To Sonic's point, yes. So we cover Visible Base. Annual option is available. I think it's going to be like $22 and some change after tax for that annual option. No extra perks or benefits, just a cheaper price. US Mobile, completely different. You actually do get extra perks and benefits. So with US Mobile Unlimited Starter, when you take a look at that annual option, this is going to be $22.50 per month. So let me like zoom out and then zoom in. There we go. Perfect. This is going to come with the same features: unlimited high-speed data, deprioritized, 20 gigs of hotspot. Key upgrades are in the international features. So check it out. We have monthly on the right, annual on the left. When you go with annual, you get international calling. It goes from being an add-on to being included. You now get that free 1 gig of roaming in Canada and Mexico, and you now get free 1 gig of roaming in 67 countries. So that is actually a really good point. That is valid. So I think it'd be worth mentioning that, but I do think I'd probably start with at least the month to month. Like if you're switching cell phone plans, it's oftentimes a really good idea to consider doing a free trial or, testing things out before you fully switch. And so that's probably what I would lean there. Wow, this is superb timing. San Gerardino, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Hopefully I pronounced your name correctly. Hey, Stetson, my name is Gabriel. Okay, not even related to the username. From Salt Lake City. Awesome, tuning in. Honestly, Salt Lake is a wonderful city. Thank you for recommending US Mobile. I switched over to them and they've been amazing. That is fantastic to hear. I think that is validating my thoughts. Jordan is making an excellent point. The total 5G unlimited plan is better than Visible Base at the same price. Jordan, you know what? You might be right. Let's take a look. So, Jordan, you're absolutely correct. What am I even saying? So Jordan is throwing up the this is a better layout. The total 5G plan. So if we do total 5G unlimited, I forget this because the full price is more expensive. Total 5G unlimited, regular price $50 a month, but you can get it on sale if you bring your own device, knocking that price down to just $25 per month. You'll notice that is the same price as the Visible Base plan we just covered. Not only that, it is also month to month, and odds are if you're signing up for Visible Base, you're going to be bringing your own device. So if you are going to bring your own device, you might as well consider Total Wireless. And this is a better plan. Instead of deprioritized data, you are now getting unlimited priority data. Hotspot, bit of a difference. Some people will prefer Visible Base, which is truly unlimited at 5 megabits per second. Others will prefer Total 5G Unlimited, which is 15 gigabytes of the fastest hotspot speeds available. Video streaming quality is better, 480p to 720p, and the international features are better. You can add a $10 tablet line for, a $10 unlimited data tablet line. That is superb. International texting also included. International calling is also included, 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico. And this is actually different. I think it's 10 gigs in 30 different countries now. So that's superb. Yeah, no, Jordan, you're absolutely right. I think that's a way better option. So now I'm curious, now that you guys have seen this, we go to the poll. It looks like 63% of you are going with US Mobile Unlimited Starter, 37% Visible Base. That could be very coverage dependent, right? In my area, for example, AT&T is simply awful. And so I would go Visible all day, every day. But now that Jordan has mentioned this Total 5G plan, Jordan, you're absolutely right. I mean, I think Total is a better value here. So let's go ahead. Let's end this poll. Thank you to the 77 of you who voted. And let's start a new poll. And what I want to do is say, which plan would you choose? And this is going to be that Total 5G Unlimited plan, which is $25 versus US Mobile Unlimited Starter. Let's see, US Mobile Unlimited Starter and Total 5G Unlimited. That is such a great option. That is such a great call. start that poll. Adam Joseph is saying, if I ever become rich, I'd go AT&T. Yeah. Snark Mark voting total. Clint, I'll start your comment and get back to you and do some specific plan recommendations in just a bit. I want to kind of cruise through these 9 plans though. Yeah, Voodoo 1013. Crazy how many complaints on Reddit on Darkstar after they pay for a full year. Yeah, it is definitely worth confirming the network is good first before you take advantage of an annual commitment. Like in my area, I know if it's a T-Mobile promotion, I'm jumping on that. If it's a Verizon promotion, I'm jumping on that. If it's an AT&T promotion, I am tapping the brakes, pulling a UE, and going in the other direction. So that's what I would say. And yes, SpongeBob, you're absolutely correct. Both Total Wireless and Visible use the same network. So Total is owned by Verizon, so it's Visible, and they're going to be using that Verizon network for coverage. And so actually, wow, the tables have turned. It looks like 66% of you would choose Total 5G Unlimited over US Mobile Unlimited Starter. That's interesting. Now, my hesitation for Total, candidly, is I think their mobile app and website have so much room to improve, but seeing your feedback, I think they might deserve a full review video pretty soon here. All right, let's move on to the next round of plans. So we covered what I thought was the best overall. Runner-up, Visible Base. I'm going to have to probably axe Visible Base and get Total Wireless in there because that is a superb deal. Next up, we have what I consider the best cheap cell phone plan, and that is going to be Helium Mobile Zero. Before we talk about Helium Mobile Zero, though, we do have a very important super chat coming in asking about the US Mobile Darkstar network. Loudspeaker, thank you so much for your generosity and support. I found out US Mobile has a data waster button that lets you turn it on and it will give you more than 720p video streaming. So yes, it turns out that is absolutely correct. Let me go ahead and quickly sign into my account here so you can take a look at exactly what that looks like. And I will show you what it does. So you're kind of correct. It does depend on network though. So let me hang on one second. Boom. Just trying to log into my US Mobile account. Perfect. Signing in and boom, I am in. So this is my US Mobile account and your account will look exactly like this. And this is that beautiful online dashboard I keep talking about. I think this is just really well designed, super easy to manage, multiple lines and all of that jazz. Whereas like Total Wireless, it's a little bit more cumbersome. Either way, you can go in here. You have the option to add a secondary network, do a bunch of things. One of the options is usage and controls. And you're going to have, is it usage management? Hang on, let me, voicemail, line management, usage management. Here we go. We have data waster mode. And this is, it looks like it's no longer in beta, which is pretty cool. You can toggle it on, which I guess it was not on mine, and confirm changes. And that's going to enable it on your line. And please restart your device to enable these features. Basically, what this does is on the Warp network, so on Verizon and T-Mobile, Warp and Lightspeed, you go from 480p video streaming, which is around 1.5 megabits per second, to 720p video streaming, which is around 4 megabits per second. And that is, from my testing, about fast enough to stream video at 1080p quality on YouTube. Now, if you are on the Darkstar network and you go into your usage management and you toggle on data waster, that will bump you up from 480p to full 4K streaming. So that is pretty awesome on the Darkstar version of that plan. So thank you so much for your generosity and support, and I hope that is helpful. Interesting. You're saying not just 4 megabits per second. What are you getting, Sonic, on this? Because I found that it's 1080p streaming. Interesting. So is that going to be faster? What is that, like 8 megabits per second? Anon, don't worry. This is my test number. It's so convenient to be able to go in and like show people this. I don't use this number. This is like some random number. The 4 megabits per second throttle is on warp only. Okay, so that's what I tested it on, so that's good to know. Interesting. Full speeds on light. So that'll be 4K on light speed. That actually makes the plan so much better. So much better. I'll have to check it out. Wish we could have the options to manually turn off international roaming features on our own account. Yeah, that is so true. All right, we got to keep moving. We got to keep moving on. We talked about best overall, my runner-up, which is now going to be the total wireless plan, best value plan. I think this is Helium, or best cheap cell phone plan, Helium Mobile Zero. Got to give credit where credit is due. This plan is currently free. It comes with, what does it come with? I think it's like 100 minutes. Let's find out. Let's give you the exact details of Helium Mobile Zero. Boom. It is $0, taxes and fees included. I have tried this. I signed up for the plan. Service works. It is in fact $0. You're getting 3 gigabytes of high-speed data. Then your data is shut off. It's going to be deprioritized. That's typical for T-Mobile MVNOs. No hotspot data. Bit of a bummer, but can't complain too much because this plan is literally free. You're getting 100 minutes and 300 texts. Now that is pretty low, right? So 100 minutes, under 2 hours of talk time. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I call a friend, I can easily talk to them for an hour in a month, but that is often with FaceTime or FaceTime audio, and so that might count a little bit differently. Either way, it's completely free, so you can't really complain, and it does look like they offer some add-ons for international roaming in Canada and Mexico and pay-per-use international data. For free, I think this plan is really, really good. And there was actually a recent upgrade to the plan. So let me see if I can quickly pull that up here and just show you what the deal is, what improvement has been made, because it was a substantial upgrade. Yeah, here it is. So previously with Helium Mobile Zero, it turns out you had to share your location. And the idea was Helium Mobile would use your location to say, hey, there's a lot of Helium Mobile customers. It was anonymized location data, but hey, there's a lot of Helium Mobile customers in this area. That means we should deploy more Helium hotspots in that area. Helium has made an update. So according to Reddit, Helium Mobile no longer requires location sharing. And this is from the official Helium Mobile account news. You no longer need to share your location to keep your free phone. While location sharing was always completely anonymized, it is now no longer required. To keep your Zero plan active and earn cloud points, all you need to do is use a little cellular data each month. And so this means with Helium Mobile Zero, the plan is completely free. You do not need to share your location with anybody, and that's going to save battery on your phone, not send Helium any extra data, and all you need to do is use a little bit of data each month. And that is a Helium Mobile Zero plan. Let me quickly grab some water, and then we'll dive into some of your questions. All right, we are getting a lot of updates here. Yeah, so, and it's also worth noting, yep, they use T-Mobile for coverage. So Helium Mobile Zero, they use 2 networks. They're using primarily the T-Mobile cellular network, and then secondarily, the Helium Mobile Wi-Fi hotspots for coverage. And those are the 2 networks. All right, we do have some questions here. We can pull the plan up and while we answer them. Does Helium work in Puerto Rico? That is a great question, David. I am honestly not 100% sure. I do know that T-Mobile does have native coverage in Puerto Rico, so I would assume yes, but don't quote me on that. Bill, is it ad-supported? There must be some way they make money. So this is a fantastic question, right? Like, how can Helium be able to offer a plan that is literally free? And I have a couple different theories. So number one, it turns out Helium has raised a lot of money. So my research says they have raised over $360 million in funding. And my guess, I don't know if this is true, but my guess is they are willing to invest some of that money to lose, like they might not be making money on this plan, but they're willing to invest some of the money they raised to gain new customers. The other theory is that, like, what is Helium Mobile and how does it work? Well, there's two components. You have one, I'm going to call them crypto bros, but all of the people that are deploying the Helium Mobile Wi-Fi hotspots, right? So let me pull up an image here. So the Helium network, they have these wireless hotspots, okay? And they have indoor hotspots and they have outdoor hotspots. And you can also turn existing networking gear into Helium hotspot devices. And what do these devices do? The indoor hotspot and the outdoor hotspot. They are broadcasting basically a Wi-Fi network that Helium Mobile customers will automatically connect to and use for access to the internet. You can think of it a lot like those Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots, right? If you're an Xfinity customer, there's a lot of Xfinity hotspots all around. And you can connect to those hotspots as an Xfinity customer. Helium Mobile is doing the same thing, except it's more automatic on your phone. It's using your phone number to like validate itself on the Helium Mobile network, sign in, and then automatically connect and give you internet access. And that allows Helium to deliver internet at a very affordable price. And it also allows people who deploy these hotspots to earn money in the form, I think it's the AT&T token. Like, I'm not super into crypto, and I'm, not the biggest fan of crypto, to be honest, but I think there's a real interesting use case here. And the bottom line is, like, for Helium to make its model work, it needs two things, right? Number one is it needs people to deploy the network, which I think they have. A lot of crypto bros are into it, and they're putting up these hotspots. Number two, almost the bigger factor, is they need on-network usage, right? And this will drive adoption of the network. This will incentivize people. This will get the reward system churning. And so how do you get people on the network? Well, you literally give it away for free. And I think that's what Helium Mobile is doing here. I think they are trying to just get as many people as possible on their network, create that sort of snowball effect where they have more users. So hotspot deployers are earning more money. So there's more people who are interested in deploying hotspots, and just to create that positive cycle up. So I think that's what they're doing. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, let me see if I can do something here. Perfect. So yeah, that's my guess. I think that is how Helium Mobile is able to offer free service. And let me see. Free because you're the product. Scott, you might be absolutely correct. You might be absolutely correct. Yeah, actually Puerto Rico has 5G from T-Mobile everywhere. So I mean, if Helium Mobile is using T-Mobile 5G, odds are it would likely work. There is. Tommy is absolutely correct. There's a lot more to it than that, but basically, yeah, that's how Helium works. And that's the gist. Dalton, how long will it be free, though? I think this is intended to be free forever. Even if Helium Mobile loses money on some of these customers who are on the Helium Mobile Zero plan, I think the idea is the network, like, this creates such a positive effect that they can afford to offer it to those users. And 3 gigs is not a whole lot of data. And as the Helium Mobile network gets built out more and more, odds are, like, if it's at your local coffee shop, it's at the place you work, you're on Wi-Fi, it can be very easy to keep that usage low. So anyway, this is what I'm going for, the best cheap plan, mostly because it's hard to beat. It's hard to beat free. Do they support eSIM? Yeah, they support eSIM. It's kind of crazy. Gabriel Mann, is T-Mobile shutting down LTE? What will happen to the smartwatches on LTE only? I think T-Mobile is starting to shut down portions of its LTE network, but is not going away fully anytime soon. All right, we got to keep moving on. The next plan I want to talk about, best custom plan. This one's actually super easy, and that is going to be the Mobile X custom plan. So Mobile X is a prepaid cell phone carrier where you can build the exact cell phone plan you need. Let me see if we can pull this up. I think it's My Mobile X. Is there a domain? There it is. The only cell phone service as unique as you are. They have 3 plans. Well, kind of 4 plans. The AI plan. Oh gosh, no, I'd like to have a look around. AI plan, there are 2 unlimited plans and you build your own plan. I think what's really cool is if we build a plan, I can show you, start building. Here we go. No, I don't want to download the app. I want to see what the service will look like. Hang on. Okay, hang on 1 second. Here we go. I don't know where this page is on their site, but it's called the Data Forecaster page. Here we go. Perfect. So this is it, MobileX. You get to pick exactly how much data you need. So let's say you need 3 gigs of data. That right now is going to be $8.28. You can also pick your talk, text, and data package. There are 4 options. You can do unlimited for $4.50, 150 by 150 for $2.50, 50 by 50 for $1.50, or even none. And I think you could potentially throw this in a tablet or something, or any device that is data only that doesn't need talk and text. Boom, this could be an option. And then you also get talk and text to Mexico and Canada, and you have an option for that as well. If you need unlimited talk and text and 3 gigs of data, you're looking at $12.78 per month. Now, what I love about MobileX, so I've been using MobileX as my data-only connection on my device right now, and what I've noticed is that it gives you really cool flexibility. Like some months, you might use the full 3 gigs. Other months, you might use only 2 gigs. Some months, you might go over and use 4 gigs. And other months, maybe you only use like 1.5 gigs. With this by the gig system, MobileX actually refunds you. They give you account credit for any of your unused data. So if you're like, you know what, I'm going to grab 4 gigs. You pay the $10.38 for your 4 gigs of data and your unlimited talk and text. And it turns out you only use 2 gigs. Well, MobileX will issue you account credit for the difference. And that is really, really cool. And so I like this custom plan. It's super easy. It's super affordable. They do everything in the app. And I kind of get it. Like if you go from a big carrier to a custom plan like this, and you're using maybe under 10 gigs or less, you're just going to get such a great value as well. And MobileX uses the Verizon network for coverage. They're really the best and only custom plan. The other one is Google Fi, right? And their custom plan is significantly more expensive. It starts at $20 a month. This is crazy. Just for unlimited talk and text. So what MobileX is offering for $4.50, Google Fi is offering for $20. And then it is, do they say the data amount? I think it's $10 per gigabyte. Yeah, $10 per gigabyte for data you use. MobileX, instead of $10, they are literally charging you, does it say, $2.10 per gigabyte. So if you want a custom cell phone plan, there is no better option than MobileX. That is why they're getting my #1 pick. All right, next we got the best Travis with a super chat. Hi, Stetson, long time person, second time commenter. I recently heard from a YouTuber, Stetson Doggett, that MobileX is great and they give credit for unused data. Do you recommend it or maybe Google Fi instead for a lighter user? Travis, this is a great question. Very optimal timing. Yeah, no, I mean, realistically, MobileX all day, every day, right? I mean, you're just getting such a better value here. And the flexibility is really cool. Like what I've learned is my data usage, it's not consistent month to month, right? And it's not like, I know with MobileX, it's just going to be affordable. It doesn't really matter how much I use. If I accidentally overbuy, I get account credit, and yeah, all day, every day. The only difference is Google Fi is going to be T-Mobile, and that can be kind of nice, but either way, yeah. So here's my, let me full screen it. This is my personal MobileX account using my test number. I have used, actually, I don't know if I've used 2.4 gigabytes or if that's, I think I have 2.4 gigs remaining. So I haven't used that much, 600 megabytes. I've got 20 days to go. The auto top feature is on, and I can track my usage with this graph. It's really nice, and it basically works and super affordable. What's really cool is you actually have in the palm of your hand the ability to choose your video streaming quality. Let me make sure you guys can see that. Turn this brightness down a little bit. You can choose if you want to preserve your data, you can throw it on the 480p setting. If you want to burn through it, you can throw it on that 4K setting. So that is what I will recommend for that. All right, we got to keep moving on. And I'm seeing some more questions come in. So good. We're going to crush through these remaining plans and then we'll answer your questions. Plan number, I forget what number this is. Let's check. This is number 5. This is over halfway there. The best value plan. And it is going to be, shout out to Jordan, I think you'd like this one, the total 5G plus unlimited plan with the bring your own device promo knocks this plan down to $30 per month, unlimited high-speed data. Now, why is this my number 1 pick for the best value unlimited plan? US Mobile is a great value. I mean, we have, looking at the poll now, US Mobile Unlimited Starter is now in the lead, 51.49. So you guys seem very torn between those two plans, and it likely comes down to which network has the better coverage in your area. So we'll go ahead and end that poll. But when it comes to the best value, I think that really is the total 5G plus unlimited plan. Now, why am I picking this plan? Number 1, it is a ripping plan. It is. So normal price $60, but you're already getting it for $30 when you bring your own device. You are getting unlimited high-speed data, and this is unlimited priority data. Exact same network experience as the $90 Verizon Unlimited Ultimate plan. And yes, Total uses Verizon for coverage. You are also getting truly unlimited hotspot data at 5 megabits per second. 720p video streaming that can be bumped up to 4K with a VPN. You have the option to add a $10 tablet line. And my hot take, everybody, is I think being able to add a tablet line has way more utility than being able to add a smartwatch line. I say that as I'm not wearing my Apple Watch, but here we go. We have a Pixel Watch here that we can use as a prop. I think it's better to add a tablet line than a smartwatch line. The smartwatch, whenever I have my watch on, I usually have my phone with me, so I don't think that's worth it. I think it's better to have the tablet line, and that is something that Total Wireless supports. Not only that, it is $10 extra for an unlimited data tablet line. That is insane. International features are also great here. International texting, international calling to 85 countries, 10 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and then unlimited talk, text, and 10 gigs. This has actually been bumped up. It used to be 17, and I think it's now 30 countries, so that is a really big upgrade. And the other, one more thing with this plan, the reason why this is the best value plan is because if we go to the Total Wireless website, we look at the full plan here. We want to go shop and we want to go all plans. It comes Disney Plus Premium on us. Boom, right here. This is now a $30 plan, which includes Disney Plus Premium. This is the premium, ad-free, supports 4K, Ultra HDR video streaming, supports Dolby Atmos. You can download shows on up to 10 devices and be streaming on multiple devices at the same time. Like top level subscription that is normally $19 per month. You're getting a $19 streaming subscription included for free with your $30 plan. So that makes Total 5G Plus, in my opinion, one of the best value plans. Scott, I respect you. Hard disagree. You can hotspot to a tablet. Yep, you know what? That's fair. I think convenience-wise, maybe. But, yeah. You guys are funny. Boca Effect, best low-cost free plan. Go back 5 minutes in the stream where I was talking about, bam, Helium Mobile Zero. I think that's the best low-cost free plan. That was the best value plan. I think this is going to be, that's going to be hard to beat. Interesting. Gotham is saying on the Total plan, you have to pay the full $60 for the first month. It's still going to make, it's still going to make the best option. And yes, you still do get Disney Plus on the BYOD plan. So if you just do Total Wireless BYOD, and that's going to bring up the bring your own device plan. And it's this page, 50% off Metro and Cricket guaranteed. And you can see they just get 50% off all of the plans. Yep, here are the following discounts. So 55 is going to be $30 final cost. It looks like it gets, with auto pay, it might go down, but it should be, yeah, $30 with auto pay. There you go. And that's going to be with taxes and fees and auto pay included. Oh, you guys have such good questions. We'll get to the questions in a hot second. We're over halfway through these plans. I think we've got a couple more plans I think you're going to love. The next one is the best annual plan. My pick here is US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed, another banger plan, just packed to the gills with features. So let's quickly go through this one. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed. And it's going to be that annual option. So $32.50 per month. This rounds up to $33, taxes and fees included. This is actually cheaper than Mint Mobile's plan. Not only that, comes with unlimited high-speed data. It is deprioritized, but I do not think that matters at all on the T-Mobile network. You're getting 50 gigabytes of hotspot data here. That is 5 times the amount of hotspot data on Mint Mobile's plan. You're also getting, I put 720p streaming, but as someone else commented earlier in this stream, it turns out with that data waster mode, this could potentially be up to 4K video streaming, which is nuts. Unlimited minutes and unlimited texts. The watch, unfortunately, is not supported, but you can choose to add a tablet line if you so choose. And then you're getting some of the best international roaming features available. Free international texting, free international calling. You're getting 200 minutes, 250 texts, and 20 gigabytes of data in Canada and Mexico. And you are getting 200 minutes, 250 texts, and 20 gigabytes of data in 197 countries. We don't even have 197 countries in the world, but it's really 197 countries and territories. So just a superb value plan all day, every day. Yeah, so that is US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed. It's better than Mint Mobile. It's probably the best annual plan on the market. And I'm curious if you guys have any other plans that would compete with that. But I don't think so. Ooh, this is another banger. Target runs sales on total wireless gift cards, which can add up to be further savings. That is crazy. Oh, here we go. I am getting Mint Unlimited annual plan for $220, including tax and referral credit. Is it better than US Mobile Starter in terms of all the features? Been with Mint since 2 years on the 5 gig plan. Yeah, Mint is a good plan. I think for the 5 gig plan, what is 220 with all the stuff? 220 divided by 12 is going to be $18.33 per month. I think that is a little bit more expensive, and we'll quickly answer your question here. So for the same price, $15, you can do US Mobile 5 gigs. This is going to have the same 5 gigs of data, $15 flat, taxes and fees included, and you're getting 5 gigs of high-speed data. It can be shared, hotspots included, 720p streaming. I think US Mobile's plan is a better value than Mint's plan. We also have Tello offering a deal, and I'm kind of surprised to say this, but Mobile X has their unlimited 10 plan. Bam. This is $15 a month, monthly plan, coverage on Verizon, and you're getting 10 gigs of data, double the high-speed data of both Mint and US Mobile. After taxes and fees, this probably will be very similar to Mint, like that $17 to $18 a month, but one heck of a good deal. So, and if you're on the Mint Unlimited plan, then US Mobile is going to be better because it's way more features at the same price. And that's going to be US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed. Yeah, 33. So that's what I would say. All right, let's keep moving on, and then we'll answer all the questions. Next is the best premium unlimited plan. I think we have a few people here in the chat who are using. What do I have for options? I can do a Q&A. Oh, answer questions live. Interesting. I'll see if I can do that. Visible Plus Pro. I picked this as the best premium unlimited data plan you can get. If you want a no compromises, unlimited data plan, I think this is one that you want to look at. So what do you get with Visible Plus Pro? Well, you kind of get everything at an insane price. So Visible Plus Pro, 45 a month or 38 annually, taxes and fees included. You are getting unlimited high-speed data. This is priority data, exact same network experience as the $90 Verizon Unlimited Ultimate plan. You are getting unlimited hotspot data at 15 megabits per second. I think this is one of the best plans for heavy hotspot users in the industry. Not only that, you're getting full 4K video streaming when you're connected to Verizon 5G ultra wideband and 1080p video streaming on LTE or 5G nationwide. This means all your social media content is going to load a lot faster, and there will be less load times and less buffering. You also get a free smartwatch line included. Now, this unfortunately only works with Google Pixel watches and the Apple Watch right now, but that watch line is included for free if you are a watch user. Unfortunately, no tablet is supported, but you do get some superb international features. So that's going to be free international texting. That's going to be 500 minutes of free international calling to over 85 countries. That's going to be unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigs per day in Canada and Mexico, and 2 free international days per month, which gives you unlimited talk, text, and 2 gigabytes of high-speed data per 24-hour period. And you can accumulate those 2 free international days for up to 12 months, which gives you a total of up to 24 international days per month. And I mean, that's, if you pay for the annual plan, you just get those up front, which is insane. So good. So good. Chris, I wonder why Verizon is discounting their prepaid carriers so heavily. Yeah, I think Verizon is trying to compete in some area, and their prepaid plans, they're really good. I don't think the postpaid customers realize this, but it's just such a good deal. Any opinion on Visible Plus Pro 6 months promo? Oh, yeah, that's a great call. While we're talking about Visible Plus, Visible is running a promo on it. You can get Visible Plus Pro, so the plan we just covered, $22.50 per month for 6 months. And you just have to pay up front. So it's $135 up front. You lock that discount in, and you're on literally the best plan Visible has. And what I'm choosing is my pick as the best premium unlimited plan. So this is a fantastic deal. We don't know what Visible is going to be doing for Black Friday, but until then, this is one heck of a good value. Which network does data prioritization not matter much? I've heard T-Mobile is good no matter if one is not prioritized. Yeah. So in terms of network priority, I think it is really hard to say because it varies. It varies by network, it varies by location, it varies by time of day, it varies if you're at a venue. There are some airports, for example, where the carriers have really beefed up their capacity. They've deployed C-band or millimeter wave spectrum, and you can now get multi-gigabit speeds at an airport, even during rush hour and congested, crowded times. There are other areas, like some local restaurant in a rural part of America. There's only one cell tower. If everyone's out and about on town and trying to use it, speeds can really slow down, and you'll start to notice a difference. So it's very challenging to say. From my experience, I think priority data matters most on Verizon LTE. It matters much less if you're connected to Verizon 5G ultra wideband. I think it might matter a little bit on AT&T LTE, potentially AT&T 5G, but probably primarily LTE. I don't think it really matters at all on T-Mobile. That's my hot take. But again, that's just my experience. There could be some of you out there who have had your speeds been heavily impacted by having deprioritized data during a time when the network is busy, and that is also totally possible. So that's my experience. Tommy Shields, Verizon is showing how little phone plans actually cost the company. I mean, if you think about it, the plans are the same no matter where you buy them, right? So here we go. Let's $22.50 might be a little hard for the example I have in mind. Let's do the plans. Let's just say Visible Plus Pro. I mean, $45 a month, right? If you go to Verizon's website and you check out, actually, this is kind of hard to like find. I want to go to the plans and see mobile plans and just give me the pricing. Yeah, here we go. So for 4 lines, it's the same price. Unlimited Plus, $45, right? This is the cost of plan. Unlimited Ultimate, $55. But Unlimited Ultimate includes up to $1,100 off your latest device. And $1,100 divided by 12 months, actually it's going to be over 36 months, is going to be, dang, $30 in credit. That means that this plan is effectively $25 a month, right? Because it includes $30 a month in phone credits, which means the actual service portion is only $25. And then Visible is like, oh yeah, $25 unlimited for a single line. That's basically what Verizon postpaid is doing, but of course the Verizon plan comes like with way more features and stuff. But yeah, it's basically the same. You really get ripped off, honestly, if you have one line, right? Then instead of it's $90, you still get the phone credit, so technically $60, but then you save way more money with Visible in that scenario. So, all right, we've got a couple more plans to round out my top picks here. That was Visible Plus Pro. I think the best premium unlimited plan. Next, we have the best plan for coverage, and I'm going US Mobile Unlimited Premium Darkstar here. I don't think we've talked about it this stream, so we can quickly dive into the details. Insane value, and there's one reason why I think it's the best. So US Mobile Unlimited Premium Darkstar. This plan, so by default, you have two options, annual, monthly. I'll focus on the monthly, but just remember annual is like $32.50 a month. It's insane. Darkstar is going to be AT&T coverage, $44 a month, unlimited high-speed data, and it is priority data. Exact same network experience as AT&T Unlimited Extra and AT&T Unlimited Premium. 200 gigabytes of high-speed hotspot data. That's 100 gigs at full speed. The next 100 gigs at 8 megabits per second, and then unlimited at 600 kilobits per second thereafter. This is where you get 4K video streaming. You can add a tablet line starting at $10 for 2 gigs, and you get great international features, international texting, international calling, 20 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and 20 gigs in 67 countries. Now, why is this the best plan for coverage? You might be wondering. It's just using the AT&T network. And I would say you're absolutely right. But there's a big but here. It turns out US Mobile, right? They have their multi-network add-on. And this is it. This is the secret that makes it so good. You can add a second network, and with their multi-network add-on, you can add either the Verizon or the T-Mobile network to your plan, and you get backup coverage when you need it. So the way this add-on works, it's $10 a month extra, and you add a secondary SIM card to your phone. So you need a phone that supports dual SIM, and it's got to be unlocked. You add that secondary SIM card, and you can then toggle between the primary network you activated on and that secondary network as much as you want. And again, just to kind of clarify how this works, so you get 2 SIM cards on your device. So it kind of looks like this. So you see I have Mobile X and US Mobile. In the US Mobile multi-network add-on feature, both of these would just say US Mobile. You can add them to your same phone, and then you can use the swap data shortcut that I made to, actually I didn't make it, I found it on Reddit, shout out to Reddit, but you can use the swap data shortcut. You can simply tap on that, and that will swap which SIM is being used for cellular data. And the way it works is you get 100 gigabytes of shared data that you can use between each of the SIM cards. After your 100 gigabytes, you continue getting unlimited data on your primary SIM card. So if you activate on AT&T, that would be unlimited data on AT&T. If you activate on T-Mobile, that would end up being unlimited data on the T-Mobile network. If you activate on Verizon, this ends up being unlimited data on the Verizon network. And so that is why I think US Mobile is the best option for getting the best coverage, because they do have that this multi-network add-on. And so for $55 a month, this is a superb value. For the annual option, where it comes out to, what was that, $32.50 plus $10 extra, $43.50 a month for 2 network coverage. Like, that is insane. That is insane. All right. Next, we have the best plan for families. I think this is going to be AT&T Unlimited Starter SL. Very simple plan here. It's got everything you need at a great price, and most importantly, it's eligible for AT&T's best device deal. So if we do AT&T Unlimited Starter, Very simple. Actually, it's not going to show up because we need to put the ampersand in there. Bam. 66 a month. I guess technically it would be for 4 lines, but 66 a month for your single line. It's going to be unlimited but deprioritized. So the US mobile plan is debatably better because it's priority data. But what really makes this plan a good value is the multi-line discount and the device promo. So you're getting unlimited data, you're getting 5 gigs of hotspot, which is plenty. 480p video streaming, honestly a bummer, but you can get around this by using a VPN. You can choose to add a watch or a tablet. And the international features, honestly, they're not great. Highlights, unlimited talk, text, and data in Canada and Mexico, free international texting, and unfortunately, $12 a day for international data, which is quite expensive. But the real value comes with that multi-line discount. So if you do 4 lines here, and you even factor in the price of having that iPhone 16 included, which should now be a 17, and taxes and fees, $168.12 for both 4 lines of service and getting all new devices once every 3 years. And again, the real kicker, AT&T Unlimited Starter SL, even though it is AT&T's most affordable plan, it is still eligible for the best device deals. Right now, that means new and existing customers can get the iPhone 17 Pro for $0, and that is with an eligible trade-in. And the combination of getting this phone for free, which is $1,100 divided by 36 months, $30 extra in credits per month. That's really what makes it such a great deal. So that's what I would consider for families, or you could consider any of the other plans we talked about so far as well. Those would also be great for families too. And the last plan, best for international travel, US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed. And I will just show you quickly and then answer all your questions. Why is US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed the best for international travel? Well, it's because it includes all the best international travel features, in my opinion. Here, boom. International texting, international calling, you're getting 250 minutes, 250 texts, and 20 gigabytes free in Canada and Mexico, and 200 minutes, 250 texts, and 20 gigabytes free in 197 countries. And I think this is unbeatable. You might be thinking Google Fi. Google Fi, all right, so US Mobile, $44 a month, or as low as $32.50 with that annual discount. Even though that's the Warp plan, this is also, sorry. Even though this is Warp, it's also available on Lightspeed. So again, $44 or $32.50. The other option that a lot of people think of is going to be Google Fi or T-Mobile Experience Beyond or whatever. Google Fi, $20 extra per month or $240 extra per year. Probably even more because it's going to be $65 plus tax. So probably $72 a month. To their credit, it is 100 gigs priority and 50 gigs hotspot, which is nice. And it's 100 gigs in Canada and Mexico, and then 50 gigs in over 200 countries. But on Google Fi, international calls are billed at 20 cents per minute. So that is worth keeping in mind versus US Mobile, you get those 200 free minutes. This is honestly still a good option, depends on how much international data you need, but I think most people would prefer saving the $240 per year and going with US Mobile. T-Mobile, another classic one. What is this going to be? Experience. Yeah, Experience More, Experience Beyond. Experience More, 15 gigs in Canada and Mexico, only 5 gigs in 215 countries. So US Mobile is giving you 4 times the data while abroad, which is insane. And Google Fi gives you 10 times the data while abroad. If you do upgrade to Experience Beyond, then that only goes up to 15 gigs in 250 countries. So you're getting more data on US Mobile for literally under half the price. So that's why US Mobile is my top pick, specifically on that Lightspeed network for international data roaming. All right. Those are my picks for the top 9 best plans. Again, US Mobile Unlimited Starter, Darkstar, Visible Base, which will get swapped out with Total 5G Unlimited. Thank you. Helium Mobile Zero, Mobile X Unlimited for Mobile X Custom for the best custom plan. Total 5G Plus Unlimited for the best plan with perks. You get that Disney Plus bundle included. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed Annual for the best annual plan. Visible Plus Pro for that best premium unlimited plan. US Mobile Unlimited Premium Darkstar for the best coverage with that multi-network add-on. And then, of course, we have AT&T Best for Families and US Mobile Unlimited Premium Lightspeed, Best International. So there you go. Those are the best plans. That was what I had for you. Let's just dive in and answer some questions. Now, I did star a couple questions that I wanted to get back to. Clint, are you still here? Shout out to Clint. Can you find me a better plan? AT&T Unlimited Extra EL, 5 lines for about $26 per line per month. Oh, this is easy. Clint, definitely not. No, if you're paying $26 per line per month and you are eligible for AT&T's best deals, right, where you're getting your new phone for free iPhone 17 Pro with a trade-in, no, you cannot beat that. You're getting the best bang for your buck. What else we got cooking in the chat? Hawkeye in the building. This is in reference to something that I miss. Oh, wait, I want to start a Q&A. I'll say ask your questions here. This is just, I'm testing out a YouTube feature, so we'll see how this works. Let me know if you guys see anything, and if you use it, I'll try and answer it. And if you don't use it, then I won't use it. All right, what else we got? Pixel 10 is only $400 from US Mobile. Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Hawkeye in the building. Dang, Tommy, you are on it. Okay. Okay, you guys are doing great. I see where the questions are going, and it's not good, is what I'll say. It is not good, because I need them to show up on StreamYard. It's better on StreamYard. All right, we're gonna screenshot the questions, and then, oh God, you guys are too fast. We're gonna screenshot the questions, and then I'll answer them, and then we'll go back to using the regular thing because I can't highlight them. All right, we got some questions that came in. Michael, I'm on US Mobile. Where's the cheapest way to get a Pixel 10? I wouldn't mind switching carriers as long as it's not postpaid. Oh, yeah, someone was saying US Mobile does have good deals on the Pixel 10. And in fact, Michael, if you are a US Mobile customer, this might work for you. Let me see if I can pull this up. Yeah, I think this will work. I think this will work. So in your US Mobile account, you can go ahead and go to My Lines, and they now have this tile, upgrade your phone, shop devices, and you can see that US Mobile is heavily promoting different deals that they are offering. Michael, for the Pixel 10 specifically, it looks like, if you click on that, they have, if you choose to get an annual plan, you can get it for $499. If you choose to get it without an annual plan, it is going to be $529. And they also support a trade-in if you want to do that. I don't think the trade-in is going to be worth it. So this could be a really good option. So I don't want to continue right now, but $529. All right, let's say $529. The other option that we can check out is going to be Swappa. Okay, so Swappa, buy and sell gently used devices. Let's go ahead, pull up a Pixel 10. These crashed in value. Unlocked Pixel 10, $600 mint. That's tough to beat. So, but I mean, US Mobile's doing what, 630? Is that what we said? 529? 529. So probably just grab it from US Mobile, and I'd say you're good to go. If US Mobile doesn't have the color or storage capacity that you're looking for, then probably check out Swappa. The device is so new that a lot of these people are just reselling the phone for a profit, like they did some sort of trade-in deal, and this makes sense for them, and I wouldn't really worry about it. But yeah, these are great value. I mean, this looks basically new in box, and it's $640. Unopened retail packaging. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I might be doing that with my Pixel Watch, not going to lie. So I hope that's helpful. All right. Next question. Let's actually, Ancient Sumerian, since you started making these videos, has there been any MVNOs that you're super confident would take off that ended up failing completely or became irrelevant? Ooh, that is an interesting question. There are not any MVNOs that are coming to mind. There have been some funny kind of stories on the channel, right? Like we had Teltic. Do you guys remember Teltic? They used to be reselling like T-Mobile business plans, and then T-Mobile was like, yo, we're not cool with that. And Teltic had to hard pivot into becoming an actual MVNO, and their plans are like, they're not that good anymore, unfortunately. Of course, this just says like unlimited. Yeah. All right. So 6 gigs for $30, not good. 2 gigs for $20, unlimited for 40. But of course, it's not true unlimited. What is it actually? This is why I built my own website, because the information. So it was 50 gigs, $40 for 50 gigs. And then you can go to US Mobile and get 70 gigs for $25, right? So Teltic, this was one, they had a great plan, and then T-Mobile was like, yo, you can't resell our plan, sorry. And then they had to get an actual MVNO deal, and they got way worse. What's another one? Another kind of weird story was Wing. Like I reviewed Wing. They were like, oh yeah, we're stoked on our plans. And then it turned out they were reselling AT&T service. They had to like hard pivot, and yeah, the plans are like not that great anymore. $17 for 1 gig. You can get 10 gigs for this price. $25 for 2 gigs, $35 for 5 gigs, $55 for 22. And this is like that 22 gig limit, which is AT&T had. Yeah, so that was another weird one. They did have a cool activation flow where you were like chatting with an agent, which I kind of appreciated, but at the same time, it just took a while. Ooh, interesting. All right, let me crush through a couple more of these questions here. Favorite food? Man, this is so lame, but I've been really into salads recently. Is US Mobile Lightspeed to Mobile X worth it? I currently have the 5 gig plan. Mobile X is a great value. Really depends how much data you need. I think honestly, with tax and fees, US Mobile might be a little bit cheaper. Gabriel, can you explain the $20 a month with voice T-Mobile tablet plan and what happened after the 50 gigs and what the video stream's at? Gabriel, I think I vaguely know what you're talking about. I don't have the details, so probably not going to dive into it right now, but I think Reddit is your friend and has more information. Pay yearly for savings or monthly for free cell phone protection? Nikhil, this is an interesting question. For cell phone protection, I guess I don't pay for it. I would pay once and get this as your protection and just do a little bit of this and call it a day. And maybe that works for you. Maybe it doesn't. It works for me. If I were to get like Apple Care, for example, I'd probably, I know previously the month-to-month option was the only one that could go beyond 2 years. And I liked that because if I kept my phone for 3 years, that's usually when the battery would die and I'd want to get that replaced. But if you're going to save money doing it for, paying up front for 2 years, then I'd probably pay up front is what I would say. Is Verizon Wireless Unlimited Plus at $50 a month postpaid a good value? LG TM74, I don't think it's necessarily a bad value, especially when you factor in the phone trade-in deals. But I think it's tough when you can get Visible Plus Pro for $45 a month. And I think Visible Plus Pro for $45 might be a little bit better. And you can get Visible Plus for even lower, or you can get priority data on Verizon for $30 a month or $25 a month with the total wireless plans. So that's what I would say. Tommy Shields, why aren't you posting to the Clips channel? Too much time, man. I don't have enough time in the day to do it, but you're absolutely right. Hopefully I can hire someone soon or whatever. Why do you think, Kyle, this is from Kyle, why do you think US Mobile is promoting Darkstar so heavily? I don't know. My best guess is, so US Mobile took on an investment from an outside firm. I forget, Volition Capital was the name. Now, if I'm Volition Capital and I'm investing in a cell phone company, I'm probably going to want a return on my investment at some point. So the question is, well, how does US Mobile provide a return on that investment? They could potentially buy out Volition Capital. That sounds expensive and not worth it. They could potentially sell US Mobile to maybe another company. Maybe it's AT&T. That would certainly make a lot of money, and Volition Capital would make their money and they'd be very happy. US Mobile could potentially go public. That's another option. So I don't know. I think bottom line, US Mobile has some kind of agreement with AT&T that has aligned their incentives to promote the AT&T network. Whether it's because they need to get a certain number of lines active, whether it's because it is way cheaper for them and those lines are way more profitable than all their other lines. Whatever the underlying reason they're promoting it, I'm not 100% sure. I can speculate, but I can't complain about it because they're doing super good deals, right? So that's what I would say. All right, thank you guys for those. We have some super chats coming in. Tommy Shields, have you ever heard of Circled In? Yes, in fact, I've done a review of Circled In. I tried it out. And for those of you who are curious, like what is Circled In? What is Tommy talking about? Circled In is a way for users to join family plans of other members. And if you're like, wow, that sounds kind of sketchy. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It does. But for the most part, it's worked out. And this used to be, wow, they used to have I think a better site. This is like hurting my eyes how much color is going on here. So they have Verizon plans, they've got Cricket plans. Wow, they've really cut back. I think they used to, oh yeah, they do have Google Fi. Let's do Verizon. Can I click on this? Top choice, Verizon plans. No. All circles. Okay. I don't want to sign in. I just wanted to show the people what it was like. Featured plans. This is going to make me sign in. Awesome. All right. Okay. Maybe I'll sign in. Maybe I'll cave. Maybe I'll do it. 1 second, everybody. 1 second. Let's remove me and put that full screen. Let's dive in. Join now. No. Explore all circles. Let me quickly log in. Shout out to 1Password right now for remembering my username and password, which I have promptly forgotten for this site. Cool. Bam. So Circled In allows real customers who are on a network to post on Circled In and have strangers join their plan, and you get group savings. So Verizon Unlimited Welcome you can get for $20 a month, as opposed to, what does Verizon even charge? $65. That's insane. That is insane. So you can see the potential savings here, right? Verizon Unlimited Plus, $45 instead of $80, so that's not bad. This is Unlimited Plus, $35. Wow, I don't know how it's, maybe they have a some kind of promo or something, or better pricing somehow. Okay, yeah, it looks like if you bring your own device, you get $360 of promo credit. You can see 14 spots left. Unlimited Plus, I respond fast. That's so funny. So these are real people, and they're making, like, why even bother showing the full ones? Maybe it adds credibility, but it's real people. They are allowing just strangers to come in, and Circled In kind of manages everything for them. You can see there's an AT&T option here, Unlimited Premium PL for $46 a month, Google Fi Unlimited Premium for $40. Yeah, it's honestly, I don't think I would trust this with my personal number, but it's crazy affordable. It's crazy affordable. Eric, I appreciate you. Like the video and subscribe. Yeah, that's what I would say. So yeah, Tommy, I've heard of it, and yeah, you can sign up for these plans. Probably best for a secondary line is what I'd say. This one is HBO Max. That's tempting. That is tempting. 24 spots left. Oh my gosh. I did not even realize AT&T allowed that many devices or lines on their account. But yeah, it's a way for people to allow other users to join. And then it's also this white glove experience. So like, Circled In kind of manages everything for you. They handle the billing. You have someone at Circled In you contact. Sometimes it does take a while to hear back from a contact at Circled In. And they also charge you. So you pay the actual monthly. Let's see if we can like sign up. I respond fast. Wait, let me just see what the next screen is, Join Circle. Okay. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, it's way more than it used to be. So it used to be like $5 extra that Circled In would charge. Here they are giving you the full breakdown where you can see you're on Unlimited Plus. I guess Verizon. So if Verizon allows mix and match, so it doesn't even matter which one you choose. Let's say you go with Unlimited Plus. You get a full breakdown. You'll get access to the Verizon app. eSIM is allowed. You can book appointments with a customer success representative. I think that's through Circled In directly. You can see 35 per line per month, and you can change it. So Ultimate would be 40. Welcome is 20. So pretty affordable. Ultimate for 40 is honestly not bad. Estimated monthly total. So estimated taxes, $5. You've got $45. You're going to have to pay that one-time activation fee. Mobile cost. What is that? First month's charge for mobile service. Okay. Activation fee, taxes, so $80. And then you have the Circled In charge on top of it. So $12 monthly for a 3-month plan. And then you can switch to annual. So you have to pay Circled In on top of paying the regular Verizon fee. So it's kind of like, it's a pro because you save money versus the like regular cost of the plan, but it's a con because dang, like $12 extra on top of the 45, all of a sudden you're at $57 per month. Like, just go with Visible, you know what I mean? That's what I would say. But yeah, for some people it's totally worth it. All right, we had another super chat come in, and then we'll sprint through some questions. Jordan, what's the most comedically bad plan you've seen? I think that award goes to I think it's Go Smart Mobile. Yeah, it is. Check this out. So Go Smart Mobile. I think this is like someone got stuck in a contract to offer this plan, and it is so bad. I think was it offered by Facebook or something? So they have a couple different plans here that oh, here we go. I was like, you can't even see because the website is so poorly optimized. Awesome. Anyway, $15 a month for 2.25 gigs, but it is capped at 3G speeds, okay? Like, these are all $25 for 3 gigs at 3G speeds. That's it. That's 600 kilobits per second. That's basically unusable. That is basically unusable. So these are all so bad. I think, I mean, the classic Trump mobile plan is, it's still kicking. TrumpMobile.com. $47.45 a month. Like, what is this number even doing, right? Like, my total bill was $60 a month, and you're only getting 22 gigabytes of high-speed data. I like how it says unlimited data with the first 20 gigabytes at high speed, but when I tried it, it shut me off after 20 gigabytes. So, yeah, absolutely crazy. The good news is I don't think I've been billed by them in a while, so I can't really complain too much. Hopefully they forgot I was a customer. Yeah, Jordan, those are some of the comedic ones. I think the Go Smart Mobile, like, this needs to be discontinued immediately. If there are people on it, they should leave immediately. Like, send these people help is what I'd say. All right, what else we got in the chat? Oh yeah, Kyle Crow. It's because they got to get his president numbers in. It's true. It's true. Interesting. I use Circled In as an account manager so I can afford to have all 3 MNO networks for speed testing. Jordan, that is smart. Yeah, so there are 2 sides to Circled In. You've got the side that I was showing, right, which is where I'm a potential customer. I'm interested in joining this circle. How much does it cost to join? And then you have the people who are hosting the actual circles, which it sounds like you are. And maybe I should be too with my T-Mobile lines, get my costs down. But this is where you can post your circle. You get your bill significantly lowered, your portion of your bill. I don't think, Jordan, are you paying Circled In? I don't think so, right? I think if you're the circle owner, I think you get treated a little bit better. You just have to deal with like a varying bill, Circled In going in and making changes. Does that sound right? Jordan says, been with them for over 2 years. Good experience with the monthly reimbursements. That's good to hear. I get paid before my bills are due, so it's perfect. Yeah, Tommy, that's so smart. Yeah, maybe I should just post my circles here, get my cost per line a lot lower. Yeah, yeah. So that makes sense. I pay T-Mobile and Verizon directly. Circle then pays me the other members' costs for all the lines that the other members are paying. Um, but there's no fee, right? Like you don't have to pay Circled in. Like for the plan that we were looking at, right? Like if you go to join Circle, you can see that there is a what you pay today. There's a Circled in total, right? So you have to pay Circled in $12 a month in order to use the platform as a customer. But it sounds like you don't pay that as a Circle host. Are there any hidden limits like deprioritization or throttling on MVNO plans? Yeah, there are. So it turns out Visible, for example, they have like a secret 450 gigabyte limit. So if you hit 450 gigs on Visible, they will slow your speeds. I think it's to 4 megabits per second or like 1 megabit per second. I can't remember which one. Actually, I did a Reddit post on it. Let me see what I was getting. After 450 gigabytes. Huh. All right. Well, looks like hang on. I was trying to find my post, but looks like I did not. Let me quickly turn that off. My X blocker is active, or my Twitter block is active, so I don't get addictive. Interesting. Cool. Jordan, members pay the monthly fee. I don't. It used to be $5. Yeah, it used to be $5 a month. Now they've jacked it up to $12. That's ridiculous. I guess it kind of makes sense. Supply and demand. Like if it still works, then why not? All right, cool. Freedom. End session. Awesome. That should be good. And then if we go up here and we sync freedom, that should go here. And bam. Yeah, so this is what I discovered. So I used over 450 gigs on Visible. And you can see the plan got capped. It was 1.5 down and 1.5 up after 450 gigs. So that was what I experienced. And that was for Visible Plus. And then Visible Base was getting faster speeds. So yeah, so some MVNOs do have sort of hidden limits or caveats with their plans. Some are more transparent. Like Verizon is actually very transparent. I think Verizon just says, I wonder if that's it. Mobile usage FAQs. Well, I don't really want to spend too much time. This is funny. Light social media texting under 5 gigs a month, moderate to heavy, 6 to 12 a month. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, there are some certain limits on plans and it is worth being mindful of them. Interesting. Gotham is saying I spoke with Total Wireless. BYOD deals only works with Metro or Cricket numbers. I thought it was for all numbers. Am I mistaken on that? Yeah. Tommy, 6 to 12 gigs a month is high. I know. I'm like genuinely shocked. Like, where is this AI getting it from? Like, what is this? That's wild. Save that. Make a post about it later. Hey, Zeus. Oh my gosh. $300 for my family of 4 lines from AT&T. Good. I think 300 is very expensive for 4 lines. You should be paying no more than like maybe 100 to 150 for just the phone service. And then if you're on AT&T, you should be doing the free phone deal. So the phone should be free, right? So 300 divided by 4 lines, you're paying $75 per line per month, Jesus. My goodness. I would encourage you to hop on the savings there, man. Like if we just do some core math, like how much should the plan itself cost? So first of all, if you're on AT&T, all of your phones should be free. Every 3 years, you're eligible to upgrade, and you can get the new iPhone, really, literally the 17 Pro for free, or the 18 Pro, the 19 Pro. It's usually free. And for the actual service plan cost, oops, let me go back a page. The actual service plan cost for, I think, are we looking at 4 lines? Select plan, bump this up to 4 lines. $40 a month, so that'll be like $160. Add in like $6, so $185. $185 for the mid-tier, potentially more for that top tier one. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're letting you mix and match. Even for the top tier one, well, they're showing it with the signature discount, so that's pretty misleading. $50, that would be like 200, maybe 225 or 230. But no, that's crazy. I would do the cheapest one. Yeah, that's crazy. I would encourage you to consider swapping to AT&T Unlimited Starter and then do the phone trade-in deals as opposed to financing, because then your phones are free, right? And that's nice. Like, why pay for stuff if you don't have to? Do you ever get into how bundles with home internet affect mobile plan prices? Ancient Sumerian, I have not yet. That is another nuance to this field that is worth considering. I think a lot of times you can still get your internet separate and get your plan separate, and it'll be a superb value. There are times where it may make sense bundling them together, especially with T-Mobile home internet and Verizon home internet. There you go. Why is data usage in the carrier app significantly different than that of iPhone settings? Yeah, it's worth noting that in your iPhone settings, your statistics are only reset when you manually reset your usage statistics. So if I go into settings cellular, I scroll down past the lines, so you can see cellular data for Mobile X is 4.99 gigabytes. But if I scroll all the way down, you can see that it was last reset September 22nd. I guess you can't see that because my Logitech camera, there it is. Date of last reset, September 22nd, right there. So it really depends when you last reset your usage statistics, and the phone is measuring things a little bit differently than how the carrier measures things. So there's going to be some nuances and differences there. Also, this is following up on the question of the Total Wireless promo. So Gotham, this is for you. BYOD Total worked for me 5 months ago coming from US Mobile. So it sounds like it hopefully isn't just for Cricket and Metro customers. If you sign up in store, it may be just for Cricket and Metro customers. But I think if you sign up online, I don't think they're really checking where that number is coming from. So you might be good. And maybe it's worth checking. I mean, I've got some Mobile X lines I'll be needing to port to a different network soon. So I can potentially check that. Liz, New York City. I have US Mobile and I'm never looking back. Liz, you are crushing it. I'm a US Mobile subscriber myself. I pay for the service. It's awesome. Dang, Clint saying we had a reseller selling AT&T FirstNet SIMs for hotspots, and AT&T blacklisted them and blacklisted that device. Yeah, AT&T cracked down hard. I mean, they terminated their legendary $20 tablet plan. They're putting it to good use, let's just say. I forget, Muskie, I forget how to pronounce your name. Forgive me for mispronouncing that. But I have a shortcut automation that resets my data usage in the settings every month on my billing day. That is genius, and I absolutely love it. Can you also automate a shortcut to like screenshot or like somehow save your past month's usage? That would be super cool. Maybe I'll look into that. Oh, yeah. Tommy, Android usage statistics, infinitely better. Infinitely better. Let me see if I can pull up an example. I have my Pixel 10 here that I've not been using, but that is one of the things I absolutely loved about Android was the data usage analytics. I mean, it is night and day. Night and day. Okay, we got to go to mobile internet, SIMs. It was probably this SIM. Actually, it was probably the Mobile X SIM. And let's just do data warning and limit. No. Where is it? If I can find it, here we go. App data usage. Yeah. This is glorious. This is what you get on Android. It resets every month. Not only that, you can configure exactly when it resets, and if you've had it for a long enough period of time, you can choose what month you're looking at. It is night and day. It is legendary. It is awesome. Apple is so far behind, and you have tools to set data warnings and set data limits. Oh, it is just so much better. I really wish iPhone had that, and they don't. Christian, is Visible the best when it comes to Verizon network? I want to get a second line, but not as much data. Visible is a really affordable option if you want unlimited data on the Verizon network. Kind of depends, though. I mean, what I learned from doing my live stream, I'm happy I did it with you guys, that I think Jordan pointed out earlier, and that we've been kind of debating, it's the total wireless plan, right? Like, if you want premium unlimited data on the Verizon network, total 5G unlimited for 50% off is going to be the best deal. If you want just unlimited data, it's okay if it's deprioritized, then the total base plan for $40 or $20 a month, if you bring your own device, that will be the best deal. So kind of depends what you're looking for. And if you do have some money up front, I mean, the Visible promo is not bad when it comes out to $22.50 a month, right? So all of those worth considering. Yeah, for iOS, you just need to make a blank automation that runs monthly to reset data statistics. Okay, I'll look into that. Clint, AT&T still has a $20 unlimited tablet add-on. Yeah, but I think you need the AT&T account to get that tablet plan. I think for the other tablet plans, like you didn't need, like that could be the only line or something. There was something legendary about that plan. So that's what I'd say. Interesting. I use the shortcuts automation. You guys need to post the, I'm like so curious now. If you can share that in the comment section after this live stream. I use the shortcuts automations for all three networks. More complicated to set up. I'm jealous of Android. I have 2 Android phones, but I made my iPhone, so I have to use workarounds. Yeah, the iPhone. In iPhone's defense, I think the shortcut app, it has enabled some awesome automations. I wish I had taken the time to learn like how to set those up on Google Pixel. But at the same time, it also has a lot of dumb shortcomings, especially when it comes to network management and stuff. Big Tank, I love my Visible Plus plan. Yeah, it's so good. Yeah, I need to have the account. Yeah, I think you're right. As far as I can tell, you can't really extract the data usage number before resets. Totally fair. I think what you need to do is like set a manual reminder for yourself to screenshot the data usage analytics page, and then you can save that or like write it down in a spreadsheet or something, is what I would say. Wait, if I bought the US Mobile deal, is it 1 year of the 2 lines for free? Yep, you're absolutely right. So the US Mobile deal, we can pull it up again because it's kind of a crazy good deal, and it's only available for like a couple more days. Again, I want to emphasize AT&T network only, so you want to make sure you get good AT&T coverage. But the deal is if you buy unlimited premium, then you get 2 unlimited starter plans for completely free. If you buy unlimited starter, then you get 2 unlimited flex plans for completely free. You need to use code B1 get B1G2. Lines must be port-ins on the Darkstar network, which again is AT&T. So if you pay for unlimited premium annual, it's going to be $390. And then you're just going to get for completely free 2 unlimited starter lines. And what's really cool is you can actually give these lines away to friends and family members. And as long as they port in and activate on that Darkstar network, they might need to use the code as well, but as long as they port in and activate on Darkstar, they will get that for free on their own separate US Mobile account, which is super cool. And yeah, ends October 14th, which is in, well, I guess they have the countdown, 1 day, 2 hours, 6 minutes and 56 seconds. So there you go. Anti-view, can you make a video going over the best tablet plan? I will certainly add that to my list of videos to cover. Do you know if I can trade in an iPhone 14 Pro Max that works perfectly fine, perfect front screen, but shattered back glass? Michael, yeah, great question. The answer is yes, you can definitely trade that in. How much value will you get for that? I'm actually not sure. I think, let's see, what carrier are you on? I think Verizon and AT&T have done the best job at accepting damaged devices. But don't quote me on that. If you wanted to like do the best approach, I don't really know what the best approach is, to be honest. I'm thinking like you can buy a separate device and use that as your dedicated trade-in device, or like an iPhone 13 or 13 Pro. And then you can use that for your trade-in and then fix your 14 Pro Max and then just sell that online. That might not be a bad idea. Or you can just try and trade it in and see what the carriers say. But it might be worth going to your carrier and just getting that checked. Oh, interesting. Tommy's saying T-Mobile would accept that on the most expensive plan. So there you go. You'd be set. Interesting. Jordan is saying his shortcut has a few extra steps to run a shortcut to swap my active data line to the line that needs its stats reset. If you don't run dual SIM, then just use the reset stats action. Oh, yeah, that totally makes sense. Swift. I'm currently in a family plan in T-Mobile, and I'm looking to get a 17 Pro Max. Do you know if AT&T has any switching promotions? AT&T, I don't think they have any switching specific promotions. Don't quote me on that. Like, we should find out. But they do have, they're just like, everyone's able to get this promotion. And if you want to get a 17 Pro Max, it's going to be up to $1,100 off. I'm trying to see. Interesting. You might be able to stack that with $200 off per line when you call or order online and get an eligible wireless plan with a new phone line. That seems reasonable. Don't quote me on that stacking though. But yeah, if we just do AT&T iPhone 17 Pro Max, boom. We'll see what deals they got. So $2.78 per month. You get up to $1,100 off. You have to trade in an eligible device that is $230 in value or more. Okay, that seems pretty good. Online only, $200 off a new line when you order online. Wow, I wonder if that stacks. $440 back. I wish I knew. But this is available for just new and existing customers, and I think Swift, this is probably your best option to grab that new phone. So I hope that's helpful for you. Yeah. Do the trade-in. And depends how often you like to upgrade. But if you do like to upgrade every year, then, or every 2 years, 1 to 2 years, AT&T Next Up Anytime is worth paying for. And it's $10 extra, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I've done the math. Cool. Love seeing the chat, and it's like, perfect. Thank you, Tommy. Tommy Loki saving the day over there. In your personal experience, have you noticed much of a performance difference between 5G SA and NSA? You know, that is a great question, and I haven't really noticed a difference. I haven't really been looking for SA connections versus non-standalone connections. I've heard, I feel like in general that latency is lower and speeds are a little bit faster, but I don't think I have an example I could specifically point to right now. Jordan, Disney Plus isn't worth $19 a month, but I will absolutely use it as part of my phone since it's included. Yeah, I think I actually really like it. There's some awesome TV shows on Disney Plus that I love. Yeah. Tommy Shields, AT&T Next Up is 100% worth it if you upgrade every year. Yeah, it really is a great value. Really is a great value. Swift, thank you. You're most welcome. I have a question. When you reset the iPhone 17 Pro, does the T-Mobile setup come up again? So the answer is yes. It depends though. So let me give you some nuance to this. So this question is in relation to the T-Mobile variant iPhone 17 Pro that you can get from Apple directly. And that is what I did. So I financed this with Apple Card. There is no SIM-free model that you can finance. You have to choose a device. So I chose the T-Mobile one. And during the setup process, sometimes you're prompted to enter your T-Mobile account information. Now, I made a video on how to bypass this. But what's interesting is I set up and reset this sucker like probably 6 or 7 different times just trying to get that one silly take for that video. What I learned is if I set the phone up and I did not sign into my Apple account or my Apple ID, then I was prompted to enter my T-Mobile account information, and I couldn't move further until I had bypassed that, and then I could go on. If I did set up for my old device and I entered my T-Mobile, or excuse me, my AT or my oh my God. If I did set up my iPhone and I entered my Apple ID information, then I was not prompted to do the T-Mobile setup. And so this means if you sell the phone and someone just restores it from their old iPhone, which is what most people do, they will likely not see that T-Mobile screen at all. But yeah, that is what I did. And it'll come up every time if you don't sign in with an Apple ID. But if you do sign in, then it didn't show up for me. So I hope that's helpful. Ha, Tommy, don't forget to like and subscribe. Appreciate you. 6 or 7 times. Yeah, no, it was nuts. I mean, do I have the video footage on that, like, available? Stetson, have you seen AT&T 5G standalone in your area? I'm near Dallas, Texas, and mine hasn't let me enable SA yet. That is a fantastic question. I actually don't know where my AT&T SIM cards are right now, so I'll have to check on that. I want to say no. I don't think I've seen that. We did just get a AT&T 5G Plus tower right down the street, so that's pretty cool. And so now one tower has it. There's like one small section of town that gets super fast AT&T speeds now. But I don't think I've noticed the SA option yet. And I'm assuming, Jordan, that's on your iPhone. Is that right? For what it's worth, I'm also in Dallas and have yet to see the 5G SA switch not be grayed out for me yet. So it looks like Apple has enabled the switch, but it is grayed out. Curious when that goes live. Paul, any rec for an affordable watch plan? It will be for my kids. I heard about T-Mobile 500 megabyte plan for $7 after autopay, but it seems like a red herring. Thank you. Yeah, Paul, that's a fantastic question. Candidly, have not done too much research, but I can give you a couple good options. So I'll say the T-Mobile plan, definitely one worth considering. I feel like it is worth mentioning our friends US Mobile here. So if you go to plans, US Mobile does offer a standalone watch plan, and it would be this. So standalone watch plan, $9.50 per month. This is for the watch only, perfect for kids and seniors. So it kind of sounds like exactly what you're looking for. Taxes and fees are included in that, so $9.50 flat. The watch plan is going to come with unlimited talk and text, unlimited data, Wi-Fi calling, instant eSIM activation, and it works independently of a phone. And I think this is going to work with, gosh, I'm like trying to think if US Mobile has any watch restrictions. I know Visible only works with Apple Watch and Pixel Watch, but I think, I don't think US Mobile has that same problem, but I could be mistaken. But either way, this is going to get your kid's watch its own number and cellular connectivity. It doesn't require any auto pay discounts or anything, just $9.50 flat. And it's on the Verizon network. That's also worth knowing. So it sounds like T-Mobile, that would be on the T-Mobile network, obviously. This would be on the Verizon network. If it did work for you, there is an annual option, and that would drop the price down to $6.50 per month or $78 per year. So that's really what I have in mind when it comes to watch plans. Does anyone else have any watch plans? I'll throw it into the chat. But that's what comes to my mind, and I hope that is helpful. Do you listen to Lana Del Rey? Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool 30. Stetson, how do you feel about Verizon's bring your bill from AT&T or T-Mobile deal? If it is a deal. Yeah, Cool 30. It is absolutely a deal. So Verizon is running this insane promotion right now where if you bring your... It's like... This is the problem. The Verizon network got really expensive and they're losing customers. It feels like they're just throwing salami at the wall, and seeing if it sticks. But it's a great deal. So what is it? If you go to Verizon's site, you'll see, think Verizon's best 5G network. I love that. Is expensive? Think again. You can literally bring your bill from AT&T or T-Mobile and they will give you a better deal. And from my understanding, when the store representatives are doing this, they are literally looking at your bill and then just giving you a custom discount to match whatever you have. So you can mix and match your plans. 3-year price lock. Yeah, it's only a 3-year discount. Same great phone deals on any current plan. That is interesting. Wow. That sounds crazy for everyone with eligible trade-in. I wonder if this sticks around for 3 years. Like if unlimited welcome would be eligible for the best trade-in deals. Or does this mean same great phone deals for new and existing customers? Yeah, that is what it says for the same trade-in deals. That's different because that means unlimited welcome, you're still only getting $600 off versus unlimited plus or ultimate, where you get like, I think it's $830 off and then the full $1,000 off. Most ways to save: 40% on streaming services, another $15 a month when you bundle mobile and home. So yeah, they're really pushing it, and if you bring your bill in, they will literally like add some custom discount to your bill to make it less, is what I've heard. Tommy's saying, should I take Verizon, my $120 T-Mobile bill for 6 lines and a watch? Tommy, I would be genuinely curious what Verizon says if they're able to match that, but I also would not take that whatsoever because you already have probably the #1 or #2 best deal in the industry right now. So no way would I risk losing that personally. Vinch, if I reset my phone, the T-Mobile one, without setting it up for an old iPhone, can I still bypass it or not? Yeah, you can absolutely bypass it. You can bypass it no matter what. You just have to do the steps I show in the video, which is going into like, what did I say? You have to like tap next, tap like some alert pops up, and you tap okay, and you tap like next, okay, and then there's a new option that'll show up that it says like set up later or whatever, and then you tap that and you're good to go. Kyle, I think this did go into effect when Hans was still the CEO, but yeah, you're absolutely right. I think the bring your bill and save is an effort from the new CEO. Doesn't sound like something Hans would run. It does sound a little desperate, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is basically saying, hey everybody, like, we know you think you're getting a better deal from AT&T or T-Mobile. It's probably because you are getting a better deal from AT&T or T-Mobile, but we really want you as customers, so like come over here and we'll match your deal so price is an issue. And there you go. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Wait, what? Maybe I'm wrong. Tommy's saying this deal changed the day the new CEO took over. Wild. Also, Steve is saying, Tommy, you know better. Quit flexing on us. So true. So true. Let me grab some water quickly and I'll keep answering. All right. Next, Islam, looking for the cheapest plan that uses the Verizon network. This is going to be my second line, so it doesn't need that much data, just reliable network. 2 options come to my mind when you say that. Number 1, I'm thinking a pay-per-use line, right? So this could actually work out really well for you. So if you were to consider Mobile X is on the Verizon network. You can do pay-per-use. You get account credit for any of your unused data. You could do, I have 2 gigs in the configurator right now, and then you could pop down to, it sounds like you don't even need talk and text, but if you did need a little bit of talk and text, maybe 50 minutes, 50 texts for $1.50, $7.68. That's a really good deal. So this is going to be one option. Again, that's with 2 gigs, cheaper with 1 gig, $5.58. Or right, you can do 1 gig and have the auto top up feature enabled. That would be really cheap. The other one that comes to my mind, let's pop over to the best phone plan site. It's going to be US Mobile. Probably the $10 2 gig plan is going to be a really good bet. $15 for 5 gigs is also good. Those are probably what I'd lean towards for a second line that doesn't need that much data in a reliable network. So I hope that is helpful. Yo, what's up? Not by bots. What is up? How do we know you're not a bot? Not by bots. It's a good question, I think. Marvin, for my business line, is there a better option for 4 lines, even though I've prepaid for a year of Darkstar Premium? Should I switch or keep things as is? Is there a better option for 4 lines, even though I've prepaid for a year of Darkstar Premium? Marvin, I feel like I need more information. Like, what are you on? What's your total bill? How much you're paying? Oh, here we go. Ha. Let me just quickly star these, Marvin, so I can toggle between them back and forth. All right, boom. I'm on Darkstar. Buy 1 premium, get 1 annual starter free promotion for a few weeks back. I also have a 3rd line on the $8 light plan for my middle schooler and multi-network. For my business line, is there a better option for 4 lines, even though I've prepaid for a year of Darkstar Premium? Should I switch or keep things as is? Yeah, Marvin, if I'm in your shoes, I would keep things as is. It sounds like you're getting a great deal. You got unlimited premium for the annual rate, which is super affordable, $32.50 per month. You got a free unlimited starter plan, so that's free, $270 at least in savings right there. And you're on a plan that's $8 a month. So I think that is crazy affordable, and I would 100% stick with what you got. That is a great setup. That is a great setup. Next, you're most welcome. Is the Cricket trial a good way to tell if AT&T coverage is good in your area? Coverage map indicates AT&T is best in my zip code, but the speed test I got using the trial was buns. Yeah, I mean, it's really dependent on location, right? Like where you are, what places you visit. I think AT&T, the Cricket free trial, I think would be a pretty good indicator of how good AT&T is in your area. And if you're getting buns speeds, then I'd probably consider avoiding it. But it is helpful to go to multiple areas, right? Like I can kind of show you the coverage map here. Let me just launch the map and make sure it doesn't zoom into my address. Perfect, perfect. And let's go ahead and pop this on stream. So this is the speed test, or excuse me, the coverage map. Let's pop over to the speed test map. We're looking at AT&T. If we zoom into Longmont, Colorado, we're looking at best download now. And I mean, you can see, so this is like where I was saying there's a new tower that was added, right? And we show, okay, we have show map values. Oh, I have to zoom in like a lot. You can see in this area now, 388, 342, 340, 568, like you can now get really good speeds on AT&T in this specific area. So if you lived in this area and you ran a test, you'd be like, wow, AT&T is pretty good. But if you look at the rest of Longmont and it's like, okay, actually these are pretty good speeds as well. 230, 109. Dang. Okay. Can we go average? I need to make this look bad on my live stream. There we go. 45, 39, 39, 28, 30. Like if you lived in this area, it would be really bad. And from my experience, kind of driving around Longmont, like, yeah, there are spots where AT&T is great, but there are spots where it's not so good. Like check out this neighborhood. 17, 13, 6, right? So, and this area is notoriously bad. There's actually a funny review. There's a local AT&T store, and someone wrote a review saying they switched to AT&T. They live in this area, and they're like, yeah, the service is absolutely awful here. And they wish they hadn't switched because it's unusable. So it really does depend where you are. You can live in a town and get superb performance, be like, wow, AT&T is great. Or you can live somewhere and be like, wow, AT&T is the rocks. So it just depends is kind of what I'm getting at. But I think it is a good indicator. And I think, just it'd be worth driving around or running some more tests at home where you work to really figure out if it's a good fit for you is what I would say. Not by bots. You got to take my word for it. I respect you. I respect you. I take your word for it. Bots could be nice, I'm here for nice bots. This is in relation to that visible number. Yeah. You see, does that mean you can finally test AT&T somewhere relatively close by? Yes. I will be able to finally test AT&T, the 5G network, relatively close by. Although when I went there, I mean, you can kind of see from the map, right? I was only getting, where did that spot go? Average download. Let's bump it up. Let's do the best again. Like 530 megabits per second, right? Now that's not slow, but like if I really want to put these phones to the test, check out this square, 1,125. When I run my AT&T test, I'm 100% going here in Boulder, which I'm not happy about because that means I got to wake up at like, I don't know, 4:50, leave at like 5:10, get here by like 5:30, and then I can a speed test from like 5:30 to 6, and hopefully it's like not too congested. But yeah, I think this is a spot to do it. So it just depends. It really depends where you live. Jay, right, I was going to do the $30 a month unlimited line. Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. Kyle, I wonder if the trial is deprioritized. I bet it is, which is so silly, right? You'd think you want people on the best network experience possible, but at the same time, imagine if you did the trial and it was priority data, and then you switched and signed up for a plan that was deprioritized and suddenly your speeds were so much slower. That would not fly. That would not fly. So it's probably good that the trial is deprioritized. All right, let me star a couple of those. Um, all right, Kimberly, see your question. You seem antsy about it, so we'll answer it. Hey Stetson, I got a question. I traded in my iPhone 11 Pro Max for a 16 Pro last year. If I was to get AT&T Next Up anytime with the unlimited starter SL plan, would I be able to trade in for a 17 Pro for free? So the answer is yes, and there's some nuance to it. So typically you need to sign up and get Next Up anytime when you're purchasing the phone. So unfortunately, it sounds like that you may not have gotten it when you purchased your iPhone 16 Pro, so you may not be eligible. But the way it would work is if we go to the iPhone 17 Pro, shop now, and if you select and make sure you add upgrade early, if you add this to your purchase during the checkout of your phone, then you're going to be eligible to upgrade next year. So unfortunately, if you did not do this, I don't think you're going to be eligible. But if you did get AT&T Next Up anytime, then you're eligible to trade in your phone after 12 months and take advantage of the best promotions, which is in fact a free iPhone 17 Pro. So that is kind of the answer. Like if you have the add-on already, you're good to go. I don't think you can add it mid-cycle, or if you did add it, you might need to wait for 12 months. So that is what I'll say, and I hope that is helpful. Yeah, that Tommy reiterating, you can only add Next Up anytime when you purchase your phone. AT&T probably won't let you add it on after. My guess is they make more money from it, so they might let you add it later, but you might need to still wait 12 months until after it's added in order to take advantage of it. So yeah, Kimberly, no problem. I got you. Weesh 1073, thank you so much for your generosity and support. Thoughts on Visible Plus Pro? Verizon has only 10% port coverage in my state, and the included watch line is very nice to me. Is it good, or should I consider a cheaper plan and just buy the add-on? Weesh, that is a great question. I'm trying to think. I'd probably go for it. I think Visible Plus Pro, so I mean, if you saw my clip earlier this stream, it is my pick. Where is it? For the best premium unlimited plan. You're just getting all the features at a superb price. The reason I'm suggesting you go for it is Visible currently has a promo right now where you can get Visible Plus Pro for $22.50 a month for 6 months. So that is a crazy good deal. And if you're open to the annual option, you can grab Visible Plus Pro for even less. It is going to be $450 for a year, kind of a lot up front, but $450 divided by 12 is going to be $37.50. That is going to be, I'm trying to think, what is Visible Plus? Because Visible Plus offers it, but then you have to get the add-on. It's like, well, should you just get Visible Plus Throw? So $375 divided by 12, 31. So it would be 41, which is more than 37. So yeah, I think Visible Plus Pro is worth it. The only other plan that I would consider would be US Mobile Unlimited Premium. Yeah, Unlimited Premium Warp, and that's Verizon. And this also does include that watch line for free. And I will say this is cheaper. Annual version is cheaper. So between the two plans, this could be a decent option. That's going to be $32.50 a month for the annual. Otherwise, yeah, $44 a month for unlimited priority data, 50 gigs hotspot. This is another watch line included for free, another superb value plan. If I were in your shoes, I think I would 100% take advantage of the Visible Plus Pro promotion, right? Save yourself a lot of money for those first 6 months. And then after the 6 months, you can reevaluate and decide what you want to do. I think that's what I'm thinking. Weesh, looking to do monthly. All right, that's an interesting question then. I mean, best value monthly. So Visible Plus monthly, 45. Visible Plus Pro 45. Visible Plus with the watch add-on is going to be 45 again, so you should just get Visible Plus Pro. US Mobile 44, $1. The only other option that I can think of would be US Mobile Unlimited Starter. 25 a month. You're getting, oh, that's all Darkstar. Hang on one second. Warp. Boom. So 25 a month, tax and fees included. You're getting 70 gigabytes of high-speed data before unlimited at 1 megabit per second. It is deprioritized. You're getting 10 gigs of hotspot, 720p video streaming. And you can add that watch add-on for $9.50. So that'll be, let's call it $10, $35 a month. So $10 less than Visible Plus Pro. Now it is deprioritized data, less hotspot data, and you have to pay for those international add-ons. So kind of up to you in terms of what features you want and what you're looking for. But this could be a cheaper option potentially, is what I would say. Personally though, I mean, I kind of do love the Visible Plus plan. It's super premium, so it might just be worth it. Wow, you guys are yeah, I think Visible Plus Pro is a better deal. Yeah, I think that's probably it. You guys are the best. Miles Tech, can you check my coverage? Yeah, absolutely. I love these questions because we get to promote the free coverage map website. Guys, check it out. We have a free app. You can go check out the site, look up coverage in your zip code. Bam. Check it out. Tommy, 3-hour stream? I don't know. 212? I don't think I can keep going. Your boy's got to sleep. I think I'm also intended to wake up early tomorrow too. I haven't actually locked that in, but that's what I was thinking. All right, where did the zip code comment go? Whoa, put this on full blacks. Total Wireless just lost my phone number? Wait, what? Max, how? The systems from TracRoam bands acquired by Verizon are absolutely garbage. Yep, that does not surprise me. The problem with those systems is they're so legacy. You can't fixing them is hard. Rebuilding them is hard. What is going on? Oh, thank you, Tommy. Dude, Tommy, you are on it, man. I appreciate you. All right, we were looking up coverage in 1366.2. I can't remember for who, but this is going to be New York. St. Lawrence County, New York. Awesome. What are we looking at here? Ooh, I am very curious. Do I still have that poll feature up? Let me go ahead and pull up a poll because I will be keen to hear which network you all would choose. So start a poll. What network would you choose in this area? And you can think about it right now. We've got AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon. What are you going for? So in this area, AT&T cooking with the best coverage, but the firmly planted in last with the slowest median download speeds, 33.2 megabits per second. Reliability also not looking great, 4.9 out of 10, but best coverage. All right. T-Mobile, weakest coverage, but the fastest speeds, 190 megabits per second, median download speeds, 8.2 out of 10 reliability. Verizon, 95.1% coverage, okay-ish speeds, 49.6, 9.9 out of 10 reliability. That is so interesting. Curious what people are. People in the chat, 71% are saying Verizon right now. Here's a look at the coverage. So it looks like, wow. Those cards, I'll tell you, those cards are a great summary, but there is a lot more nuance here. AT&T coverage, they're saying good 26.1%, or excuse me, great 26.1%, good 29.3%, poor just about 30%. T-Mobile coverage looks very slim in terms of what coverage is good and great, and then a lot of poor coverage. Verizon kind of in the same boat. It's got small area with great coverage, small area 20% good coverage, and then 64.4% with poor coverage. Wow. That's nuts. And then here we have download speeds, T-Mobile rocketing ahead. Upload speeds, T-Mobile rocketing ahead. I mean, to T-Mobile's credit, it seems like they're delivering some superb performance there. I think I'm like curious to check this out on the map. What do we got? What do we got cooking here? Let me, again, just be a little bit cautious. Launch the map. Make sure it doesn't, whoop, perfect. It did not zoom in, so we can see what data points we got in this area. Flying over there right now. Oh, we are in upstate New York. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I know why some of those speeds are skewed. It's because, quite frankly, we don't have the data up there. So if anyone lives in this portion of New York, this wonderful area, please consider running some speed tests. Look, we had someone doing a drive test up here. So shout out to that person. What else we got? So that's AT&T. You can see 2 data points, and they're probably pretty slow. 12 and 24. Yeah, that tracks. Let's do T-Mobile. Okay, T-Mobile. You can see they probably have, yeah, they're 5G. See, this is why the median speed is so fast. And I think it's not unreasonable to assume that this covers a decent area in the town itself. What do we have on Verizon? Okay, so Verizon actually does have a tower here. Depending on when all these speeds were run, could be new, could be given some. So 314, 2025, that's 314, 2024, 314, or excuse me, 627, 2025. This was in 2023, and this was also in 2021. So for people who are always like, hey, you guys should get a date filter, this is exactly why. Those are probably pulling down the Verizon median performance by a little bit in that area. Let's see what the coverage, the signal strength is looking like. Oh, wow. Those towers, so we're looking at AT&T right now. Towers are not where I was expecting. They're kind of more coastal, it looks like. Still very poor coverage. Let's switch over to T-Mobile here. T-Mobile honestly tracks. Look at that. One, bam, right in the town. That's the one that got upgraded to 5G UC. I would expect, honestly, really good performance in this area on T-Mobile. It is more regional, perhaps, like in the town. Maybe not so much in the sticks or the outside areas. So that's kind of interesting to note. It'd be so cool to like do a drive test here. Like, how far does the tower reach? You start and you drive and you see on this road, like, does it connect? Does it not connect? I think that'd be super cool. That's what I'll say. Let's check Verizon. Similar story. Verizon's just got one. It looks like one, maybe 2 towers in town. My guess is it's just one, but could be mistaken. And they're just saying like, yeah, these towers cover a lot, but it's super weak. It's super weak. I'd probably give T-Mobile a chance, not going to lie. Based on the speeds that T-Mobile's getting, but Verizon's getting good speeds too. Yeah. That's really a fascinating area. So this is T-Mobile. I don't think I would go AT&T. I think I would go Verizon or T-Mobile. Tough to say. Maybe do a free trial or try them out. Maybe Verizon. But I hope that's helpful. Steve G, any updates on the Pronto Mobile that we signed up for last week? Great question, Steve. Turns out I do not have any updates, and I will make a note to get updates. Quick, Stetson, send someone from your circle to map it out. Tommy, that would be awesome. I do have so many lines right now. It's ridiculous. I think I counted from my last video, and I have 26 active phone numbers. And I'm a single dude. What am I doing? SOS. How to submit speed test data. Huh. Relentless. I'm so happy you asked. It turns out there is a very easy way to do this. You download the glorious and wonderful, completely free coverage map application. Forgive the night shift that's on right now. And then you can just hit the big start test button. Make sure you're on a cellular network, hit start test, and you're going to be contributing automatically to the crowdsourced speed test map, which is super cool. Oh, interesting. T-Mobile, because those Canadian towers blast signal at the border. What would that do? Is like, do the Canadian towers cause interference? Yeah, I guess I am curious. Maybe like, is T-Mobile, like, is there less interference on T-Mobile versus the other carriers? That is wild. You can just see Canada. It's right there. Wild. I like Straight Talk. Yeah, Straight Talk's pretty good. All right, 394. Let's find out. I'm curious about this. All right, what is the best coverage in zip code 394? Where are we going? Conyers, Rockdale County, Georgia. Ooh, going to Georgia. Oh, my gosh. I mean, do we even need a poll for this one, everybody? AT&T, 100%. T-Mobile, 100%. Verizon, 100%. 54.7 median speeds. 320.3 median download. 27.1. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 6.2 out of 10. T-Mobile all day, every day. That is what I would say. And we got to check this out. We got to check the map. What are we looking at here? I'm excited to travel. Georgia, here we come. Bam. Look at this. So this is Verizon. Does look, solid coverage, solid network. If we pop over to AT&T, it looks pretty reasonable as well. T-Mobile, it looks great. It looks great. And all right, let's pop over to the speed test map. What do we got for data points? Verizon actually does look like it's got, wow, how come the speeds are so slow on our map? Well, we are looking at best. Average. Interesting. What does average say? Still fast. Still fast. Maybe Verizon's not that bad. All right, let's go back to best because I like looking at best personally. Popping over to the T-Mobile network. Looks like it's just ripping. Yeah, 1,116, 400. I mean, 5G UC is probably everywhere. Look, another over 1,900, 500. Jeez. Yeah, T-Mobile's like, yo, we got this covered. AT&T, surprisingly not bad. Surprisingly not bad. Honestly, you might be able to go, you might not go wrong with any provider. I think I would probably try T-Mobile first. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. And I hope that's helpful. Oh, we got some more. This is great. You guys are 47,303. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's find out. 47,303. What is the best coverage in Muncie, Delaware County, Indiana? Traveling all the way to Indiana now. Oh, this also looks like an easy answer. I think Verizon. 100% coverage on AT&T. Very fast speeds. But look at Verizon. 100% coverage. 300 down. And better reliability scores. What's the coverage breakdown? Honestly, super strong across the board. Look at Verizon, though. That great coverage. Oh, it is delicious. It is delicious. All right, where are we? 47,303. Shoom. Oh, this map is so cool, everybody. Wow. Also looks like it's surprisingly well covered. This is why AT&T is getting some good performance, right? They've upgraded this to their 5G Plus. If we pop over to Verizon, cooking. Look at that. Oh, yeah, that is some tasty spectrum. That looks phenomenal. Let's pop over to T-Mobile. Surprisingly, it doesn't look as good. Is there a date difference? Is there a date difference? Yeah, 2019 versus 2025. So we gotta get some fresh data and or clear out the old stuff. And that would probably reflect a little bit better. But wow, that's crazy. How are the, I think we looked at everything, right? AT&T, yeah, Verizon. So I would probably look at Verizon, honestly. Signal strength. T-Mobile looks fantastic. Verizon, fantastic. AT&T, fantastic. Probably can't go wrong, but I'd lean a little bit towards Verizon. All right, we're gonna take these in order, and I'll hang on. Jam. Here we go. Coverage search. 11. What is the best coverage in zip code 11746? Oh, that didn't type. Or it did type, but I don't know what search field it went to. Suffolk County, New York. Looks like an easy T-Mobile. Let's check coverage breakdown. They all say really good. T-Mobile, honestly, a little bit weaker in comparison, but they all seem really excellent. What does that map look like? Oh, wow, we're out here. I had no idea. I'm sure this is a great area. It looks like a little bit weaker tower deployment-wise. This is AT&T. T-Mobile, probably fine. Verizon, also probably fine. Speed tests. T-Mobile looks great. Look at that. Yeah, T-Mobile is probably awesome in that area. AT&T looks a little bit slower. When's our last data point? What are we looking at here? 2024. I mean, that's not bad. That's last year. Probably would dodge AT&T. Verizon. Honestly, not bad. I think T-Mobile, though. Yeah, I would lean a little bit more towards T-Mobile, I think, in this area. What is the best cell phone coverage in 21146? Let's find out. 21146. Maryland. Wow. Oh, what a luxury. Weesh, you're living the dream, my friend. 97.3, 97.6, 97.3, 125 megabits per second, 162 megabits per second, 133 megabits per second, 9.4, 9.7, 8.8. Maybe T-Mobile. Probably can't go wrong with any of them, though. If we look at the coverage breakdown here, oh, look at that. Just delicious across the board. Maybe Verizon's a little bit better. I mean, AT&T technically trying to say they're the best. So good. 21146. Going to Maryland. Yeah, look at that. Just covered in 5G UW. T-Mobile, ripping fast. AT&T, surprisingly, also fast. You cannot go wrong. I'd probably lean maybe a little bit more T-Mobile Verizon. But yeah, it really depends. If you get a good deal on an AT&T cell phone plan, right, from like US Mobile or something, then that might be the move. What is the best cell phone coverage in 94.53.6? You might be wondering why I say the zip codes like that. It's because the human brain, when you group the numbers together, it's easier to remember. So if I do the full zip code, 94536, that is 5 digits. But if you do 94.53.6, that's only 3 numbers, right? 94, 53, and 6. Somehow it just works better. We're going to California, everybody. Wow, look at that. The real question is not what carrier to get, Niraj, but which carrier to avoid. And it looks like that is AT&T. T-Mobile, Verizon, 100% coverage, 202 megabits per second, 184 megabits per second, 10 out of 10 reliability. Taking a look at that coverage breakdown. Honestly, AT&T, T-Mobile, and Verizon all look really good. Maybe skew a little bit more towards Verizon. Let's go ahead and check that coverage map. 94.536. Pop over here. This is my favorite part. Paste it in. Boom. Little fly all over the place. Also, we made it so that the pins stay on the map. Wow. Okay, wait. I'm curious. AT&T, honestly looks really good. So that's October 5th, 2024, just about a year ago. This is October 5th, 2024. I'll be darned. I'm shocked. I was expecting that to be much later, but that's looks like AT&T is just genuinely bad in that area. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. Let's go ahead, pop over to T-Mobile. Oh, look at that. Blanketed, covered, ripping fast speeds everywhere. That is just magic to see. Verizon. Oh, say less. And it looks like you have millimeter wave deployed in this area, 3,495. I mean, I'd probably lean a little bit more towards Verizon, and or maybe base it on, you know, what network you get the best deal. Relentless. Hell yeah. Zip code check stream. Yeah, if you guys like this, I'll keep doing it. Niraj, wait, did we just answer? We'll keep going. Wait, I feel like we did 94.53.6. Oh, we were just looking at that. Perfect. Boom. Hartwell, Georgia. James, we got you. Hartwell, Georgia. Bam. Woof. Wow, this is like, could not be more opposite of what we were just looking at. Let me see. Let me pause the poll right now. Can I restart it for this area? I'm curious what network you guys would pick. Let's end the poll. Maybe do another poll, but no, maybe not. But I'm curious what you would pick in this one. This one's tough. This one's tough. AT&T best Verizon technically best coverage. 60.8 megabits. These are just like, you're like between a rock and a hard place. Reliability 5.7, 3.4, 3.1. Brutal. It's really the speeds. Oof. 3.5 up? That's like barely enough for a FaceTime call. What is going on? Hartwell, Georgia. What is going on in Hartwell, Georgia? Are you guys okay? It sounds like you could use a bunch of cell towers, that's for sure. So someone did drive through on Verizon. Actually, it looks pretty respectable. 75, 135. I'm sure the area is a lot larger, and that's, you know, we have some tests that are bringing down that median performance, but wow. And when was this last run? That's January 2025. Someone was going through there. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and check out AT&T. Definitely looks a little bit slower. And this was also January 2025. Looks like someone was testing all the networks. Probably an AT&T tower here. And this is January of 2025. So that's going to rule out AT&T in my book. Like we pop over to T-Mobile, or excuse me, we were looking at Verizon first, weren't we? But interesting. T-Mobile looks like we got 76. Not looking promising. This is from 2023. This is from 2023, 2022. So it looks like not the newest data, but also not the fastest speeds. Just looking at that Verizon drive test, I would be more inclined to lean towards Verizon in this area. Doesn't look like they have the 5G deployed yet, but better than nothing. Or better than the other carriers. Looks like a couple towers here on Verizon. Not too bad. T-Mobile. Oof. T-Mobile looks rough. Not sure I would do that. AT&T. I mean, AT&T looks rough, but not too bad. The speeds were rough, though. I think if I'm in this area, James, I would lean towards giving Verizon a shot. That's my take. 10,940. What is the best cell phone coverage in the zip code 10940? Let's find out. Bam. Coverage search. 10,940. 10,940. Where are we going? Orange County, New York. Huh. Wow. T-Mobile. Oops, sorry about that. We got our What do these numbers mean? Pop up. T-Mobile is flexing its speeds on this live stream is what I'll say. AT&T 100% coverage, Verizon 100% coverage, but look at those median download speeds and the reliability score. I think I'm already liking T-Mobile. Let's go check. Oof. AT&T seems like your best bet coverage-wise, but we know speeds are a little bit slower, right? We do that data speed check, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. Even on the upload side, I'm leaning T-Mobile or Verizon there. Let's go to the map. Where can we find out? Another upstate New York. Oh, see, Verizon actually looks pretty good in this area based on the crowdsourced data. Yeah, they've rolled out 5G UW, probably getting pretty fast speeds. That's awesome to see. T-Mobile. Looks like T-Mobile has rolled out 5G UC, but potentially not as fast as Verizon. I mean, these are still very respectable speeds, except for some of these. One down. Jeez. 2021, 2023. Just checking the dates now. 2024. So yeah, the faster ones are probably more recent. So they probably rolled out 5G UC, and it's actually a lot better than this. Yeah, 2025. That gives me hope. I think T-Mobile could be ripping fast in this area. AT&T. Oh, AT&T actually looks pretty good too. Yeah, so 64. Let's just check the slow one. When was that? So that's 2024, and then this is 2025. AT&T honestly might not be bad in this area, and they do have the best coverage allegedly, right? So if we pop it in the signal strength, and we're looking at this is Verizon. Honestly, looks great. Switch over to AT&T. Looks great. T-Mobile. T-Mobile looks worse. That's funny. I think based on this, I would actually not be afraid of giving AT&T a try. I think AT&T or Verizon. Okay, what is the best cell phone coverage in zip code 04236? We're going to Maine. That's fun. Steve, I like that. Shout out to Maine. Looks like AT&T again flexing its coverage. T-Mobile again flexing its speeds. Verizon's there. You know, they're chilling. They're chilling. Reliability score, T-Mobile, AT&T. Yeah, it's probably AT&T in this area. You can see how the coverage compares. AT&T very very strong. T-Mobile, Verizon actually not that bad. T-Mobile definitely seems consistently weaker in the coverage department. We look at those upload. Ooh, T-Mobile does have an upload. Verizon. Do we not have an upload? It's probably just too slow and we don't even see the number. All right, let's launch the map and see what we have cooking, because it seems like this could go in a couple different directions. All right, where are we flying? Over to Maine. So Verizon, I mean, definitely seems potentially a little weak in certain areas. If we do AT&T, looks like it's got a little bit better, but still also pretty weak. Pretty rural part of Maine. T-Mobile. Oh, yeah. T-Mobile's like, they have their towers. It doesn't seem like their towers go as far as what they're saying. Data speed wise, what are we looking at? So this is AT&T kind of scattered around here. Probably okay. T-Mobile. Wow, we got nothing. We got Steve, if you're up there, we could use some data. Help everyone out. And Verizon, oof. Honestly, based on, I mean, the 237 is great. Is there a date difference or no? So that's 2025. This is also 2025. 2025 and 2025. So based on this info, I think I would go AT&T. I think AT&T is probably your best bet based on the information I'm seeing. All right, Knox Tech HQ. What is the best cell phone coverage in zip code 37862? Tennessee. All right. Wow. Look, this looks like a T-Mobile or Verizon, probably leaning towards Verizon in this state. 88% coverage on AT&T, 74.2 on T-Mobile, 96.9 on Verizon. Verizon second in terms of median speeds. Also, whoa, shout out to Dish, median speeds 526. Holy smokes, that is nuts. Anyway, unfortunately, this network is getting shut down, so we're not even going to talk about it. Yeah, probably Verizon or T-Mobile. Let's go ahead and just do that coverage check again. Both seem very similar in terms of that good and great coverage percentage. Verizon's just saying they have way more poor coverage. So take that for what it's worth. Both could be good. Let's check the map. The map is really fun, is what I'm finding. Sevierville? Am I saying that right? Probably not. Whoa! No way. It does look like AT&T is pretty good here. Oh my God. That is so not what I was seeing from this. What is going on? That's crazy. Okay, it's a good thing we checked the map. Yeah, it looks like AT&T rolled out their 5G Plus network and is just cooking with gas over here. Let's go ahead, pop this over to T-Mobile. T-Mobile also cooking with gas. I mean, my goodness, 5G UC up the wazoo. What's going on with this slow one? 2021. I think that's the answer. It's the date, 2023. Yeah, T-Mobile rolled out 5G UC. Crushing it. Let's pop over to Verizon now. Also crushing it. You might not actually be able to go wrong in this area. Let's take a look at those coverage maps, see what we're seeing signal strength-wise. This is Verizon. Seems pretty respectable to me. Let's pop over to T-Mobile. Yeah, T-Mobile definitely being a little bit more conservative, kind of saying, hey, we cover the city more, maybe less in the more rural parts. AT&T is like, yo, we're everywhere. Honestly, looking at this, it might be AT&T. I think the, assuming this zip code is right, and I copied and pasted everything. Yeah, 37862. The speeds are looking quite good on AT&T from the crowdsourced data. So that's superb. Yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys your patience here. I feel like my zip code processing capabilities are significantly slower than a full-blown machine here. Check cell coverage. Let's zoom in a bit. Best cell phone coverage in zip code 2015-2. Where are we going? Virginia. Okay. Oh, we zoomed in too much. I don't like this look as much. Here we go. AT&T, so 100% coverage across the board. T-Mobile, ripping fast speeds. T-Mobile also best reliability. If we compare, I mean, very strong coverage from everyone except for Dish. And let's just see what we got coverage map-wise. It's really cool seeing all the crowdsourced data. That's what I'll say. Like, it's amazing how this is everywhere. Okay, AT&T, it looks like it's got some data points here. Pretty respectable speeds. Some places look like they've got 5G plus. Just a quick date check here. 2025. So, I mean, it looks like they have it, but the reception quality of that might be a little bit weaker. If we pop over to the, T-Mobile network, honestly, it looks a little bit stronger to me. Yeah, 600, 400, the 5G UC. This is probably just a weak spot or an old square. 2022 versus 2024. Yeah, it's probably an old square. Yeah, T-Mobile looks ripping fast. And then Verizon. Verizon also looks really good. This is 2024, though. That's interesting. When was this one? 2024. 2025. So that could be potentially a newer deployment. Based on this data, I think I would lean a little bit more T-Mobile. I think those speeds are, they're no joke. Yeah, they're no joke. I think I would lean T-Mobile. All right. Big Tank. Can you check the zip code? 482221. You got it. 482221. Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. T-Mobile. #1 fastest speeds. Best in reliability. Need we say more? Wait, let's check the coverage spread. I mean, just full bars across the board. Check those data speeds. T-Mobile wide margin on both download and upload. If we pop the results in. Oh my God, T-Mobile's everywhere here. Look at that. That is so cool to see. People are out here and they're testing, and it looks good. AT&T. AT&T actually looks pretty good in this area too. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. And Verizon. Wow. Very, very painted in. Looks good. I think T-Mobile was looking a little bit better, right? If we just do best. Wow. Actually, I take it back. Verizon is winning a lot of these squares. That's super cool to see. So maybe it is Verizon for the best download. That might be the move. Coverage-wise. Yeah, you probably can't go wrong with any of them. T-Mobile, Verizon, whatever you get the best deal on is what I would say. Oh, we got a super chat coming in. Thank you so much, Tommy. What's the best way to contribute to the crowdsourced map? Does the coverage map app allow for periodic speed testing in the background? Yeah, that is a great question. We have definitely heard some excellent feedback from you guys. You want background speed testing. I can explain how come we have not implemented that yet. We're trying not to abuse the networks. We're just trying to get good data and to encourage people to run tests while they're out and about. So the best current method works iPhone and Android. Tommy, I know you're an Android person, so grab it, the free coverage map app. This is linked. I'll throw it actually in the chat right now if you're interested in checking it out. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. And if you like it, please consider leaving us a review. If you don't like it, please send me an email and tell me why you don't like it, because I don't want the negative reviews on the store. I'm kidding, but not. Coveragemap.com/app, and I will just throw both of these in the chat for you. Here is the iOS version, bam, and here is the Google Play Store version for all of you Android folks out there. Best way, Tommy, is, in my opinion, wait, can I mirror my phone? That would be really sick. That sounds, even if I say that, I'm going to try it. Let's see if I can do it. iPhone mirroring. Ooh, the power of Mac and the danger of Mac. If I had a USB-C cable lying around that wasn't in use. Oh, there's one right here. Okay, well, maybe we'll try that. All right, continue. Let's see it. I have to set up. Okay. iPhone mirroring will not work. I'm just trying to think of the best way to show you guys. I think it's this. Hang on. We have a spare Thunderbolt cable. You can see, I just tried to jam my Thunderbolt cable into my HDMI port. I'm not going to talk about that. This is not a proud moment for me. Just desperate to plug it into everything or anything. Bam. I think we can use QuickTime now. QuickTime. Guess what? Let's allow this to connect. Let's do trust the computer. Enter my passcode. Open up QuickTime Player. Find where QuickTime Player went. Okay, cool. It doesn't open a window. That's right. You have to go into File. I think it's new screen recording. No, it's new movie recording. Wait, cancel. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, the computer was lagging out a little bit. At least that's my excuse. Oh gosh. We gotta close some tabs that I think could be causing problems, aka the live stream tab. Oh, I see, Joseph. I see your super chat. Oh, I see some other super chats. You guys have so many zip codes. It's you can check these yourselves as well. All right, hang on. I need to Tommy, I'm determined. I'm now fiercely determined for this. All right, we have that done. I think we're cooking there. Let's quit that. Let's quit this. Let's quit Final Cut. All right, QuickTime. We got this. File. Oops. New video, new movie recording. Here we go. And I don't need me. I need screen. Stetson's iPhone. Oh, baby. That only took a while. I'm connecting another device. Perfect. Perfect. We got it. A software update. Interesting. I'll have to get on that. Okay. Oh, check it out, guys. Check it out. It took me a hot minute, but we have my iPhone screen here. And I think I have the phone in sleep mode, so hopefully no notifications come through. But the best way, Tommy, is, let me just hide your comment for a second so people can see. I think run multiple speed tests. We have this really cool smart mode. And what this is going to do is it's going to run, I mean, it kind of tells you what it does when you configure everything. It's going to do speed testing by distance. And that means it's going to run 500 tests, and it will only start the next test when you have moved 0.06 miles, which happens to be exactly 0.1 kilometers. So if you do this and then you just start running multiple tests, I think it'll just run on my Wi-Fi, but that'll be fine. We'll see how good Wi-Fi performance is. Hopefully this doesn't impact the live stream, which is hardwired in theoretically. There you go. And after this multiple tests is done, it says driving. Technically we're indoors, so I can quickly change that. It'll do a 5-second cooldown between tests, and then it will track until you've moved 0.06 miles or 0.1 kilometers, and then it'll automatically start the next test. And this is perfect. I use this for driving. I use this for walking. I use this for biking. I use it for hiking. Actually just did a hike today and measured cell coverage on it. So that is the best way to measure cell coverage and contribute data to the map. And every test you run is automatically uploaded to that crowdsourced speed test map. And this is the best way to do it. Now it does use a lot of data, right? If you're in an area with fast speeds. So we put in some data usage tools here as well. You can see my all-time total. You can set a cellular data limit. You can have your usage statistics reset each month. You can manually reset them and things like that. So I hope that's helpful in terms of how to contribute to the map. All right, we got some super chats that came in, and you guys are the best, so thank you so much for your patience. Let me dive into those right now. Vartan, appreciate you. Any inside info on Darkstar QCI 7 release? No inside info. I do have a line with it that I should probably test, but I don't know when it's coming officially. MacGear99, appreciate you, my friend. Check the zip code 60416, please. You got it. Where are we going to be going? You'd think if I'm checking all these zip codes, I would know what area we're going to based on it, but I genuinely have no idea. All right, what is the best cell coverage in zip code 60416? We are going to Grand County, Illinois. Awesome. Wow. Wow. MacGear99, you are in a great area, my friend. 98 to 100% coverage across the board. Best download speeds Verizon at over 300 megabits per second. Then T-Mobile, then AT&T. All of them are over 100. 9.4 to 10 out of 10 reliability scores. That's just outrageous. AT&T and T-Mobile do look a little bit better, though. I mean, looking at that coverage percentage, Verizon saying good and great, but a lot more good, whereas AT&T and T-Mobile have a lot more great. Looking at the download speeds here, you can see Verizon crushing it and crushing it on the upload, 28.6 up. That's no joke. That is no joke. Copy this, pop over to the map. Something funny you'll notice is we keep all of the pins in the coverage maps. My map is just going to have all the pins left in it. AT&T actually looks like it does have 5G plus in this area, but kind of slow in this other region. What do we have for T-Mobile? Wow, we got nothing on T-Mobile, but the ones we do have, very fast. Verizon, I wish we had newer data. Is this new or old? What do we got here? 2023. This is 2025. That's not a good sign. I think I might lean a little bit towards T-Mobile, but how is the signal strength here? So this is AT&T. It looks like it has literally one tower. Wow, that's crazy. One tower. T-Mobile, kind of a similar setup, but it seems like the speeds are a little bit faster. And Verizon. Ooh. Ooh. You see that, everybody? Verizon is missing that second cell tower over here. If we zoom out a little bit, you can see, bam, AT&T. I mean, I guess AT&T just has a different tower spread is really what's going on. T-Mobile got on this one. T-Mobile's looking good. Maybe I'm mistaken. Curious what your neighbors think, but yeah. I think if I was in your shoes, I'd probably hop on the T-Mobile network and call it a day. MacGear99, thank you so much for your super chat, and I hope that is helpful. Joseph, thank you so much for your generosity and support. What is the best cell phone coverage in zip code 80817? Bam. Oh, El Paso County. We're in Colorado. Heck yeah. What a great place to be. Joseph, are you seeing this right now? 98.8 to 100% coverage. T-Mobile, 341 megabits per second median speeds. Oh, but that reliability score. Oof. Verizon and AT&T. AT&T actually looks like it might be good in your area, which would be shocking. Shocking. AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. Honestly, AT&T and T-Mobile look really good. We got to check the map, though. The map is my favorite part, for sure. Are you guys ready to fly across the U.S.? Bam. Shoom. Is it Fountain? Fountain? It's probably Fountain. Fountain, I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. T-Mobile, I mean, there is a tower right there in town, so that is very nice to see. Let's pop over AT&T. Interesting. Doesn't look like AT&T has a tower in town. They probably have two bigger towers outside of town, trying to lock in. Wait, T-Mobile had which one had the weak reliability score? Yeah, it was T-Mobile. I don't know why it would have a weak reliability score. That seems great to me. And then Verizon. Honestly, Verizon seems like it's got pretty good coverage too. What are we looking at speed-wise, though? Oh, T-Mobile cooking. Look at that. The highway, someone drove by. That's over 1,000. That's super cool to see. That is super cool to see. Then we've got Verizon here. Honestly, I mean, you can tell where the tower is, right? 2,000 megabits per second. Gee whiz. My socks are off. They have been knocked off. That's actually crazy. Definitely seems a little bit weaker in this area, though. So that tower seems like maybe it's not propagating as far as the other ones. AT&T coverage. Honestly, looks great. Look at that, too. I'd probably do AT&T or T-Mobile. Depends on like what network has the best deal. So, Joseph, I hope that is helpful, and thank you so much for your generosity. Mark, thank you so much for your generosity and support, my friend. I appreciate you. I feel like, yeah, you're the best, Mark. Yeah, what else? Oh my gosh. Joseph, you're welcome and thank you. I did see it. Hopefully, yeah, wow. I skipped a lot of zip codes. Sorry, everybody. RIP Dish. How and when does T-Mobile switch to roaming? T-Mobile only switches to roaming in areas where the native network does not have coverage. So you can check that on the coverage map site. If you just go to signal strength, pop over to T-Mobile. This is the native T-Mobile coverage map. So anywhere that T-Mobile says that they have, this actually doesn't really show you where the roaming is, but likely, the answer is like likely in all these gaps. And you can find this by going to the T-Mobile coverage map. The proper map. We do not want to do that. Check your phone service. Let me just make sure it doesn't zoom in. Okay, we're good. We're good. Add to stage. We are good, everybody. We can full screen this. Hallelujah. If we zoom in, you can see the partner. The partner is the zebra stripes. Oh, actually, you can't see that because the chat. The chat is covering it. This is going to be partner. Anywhere there's zebra stripes, Little partner over here, partner action up there. That's partner. This is partner. That's partner. We got some more partner over here. This is big partner. I don't know what's going on there. Not a lot of coverage, that's for sure. We've got some more partner action in this region. We got some partner over here. The bottom line, though, like partner cell coverage costs T-Mobile a lot of money. And so they try and have you cling on to dear life to the native T-Mobile network as much as possible. And so that you really only roam on it when it's absolutely necessary. We got partner. Geez, T-Mobile is like the Swiss cheese of cellular networks. My goodness. Thank gosh for partners. Look at this. That's partner, that's partner, that's partner. T-Mobile's walking on the buddy system. All right, that's what's going on. They have buddied up. Yeah, all of this partner. I think it's AT&T in this area. Main partner. Gee whiz, yeah. So I hope that's helpful. Zach Stuff. Is it useful to run tests on a deprioritized plan? Zach, the answer is yes, 100%, absolutely. And the reason is because it turns out most people are on deprioritized plans. Even the people who are on plans from the big carriers, odds are they're on a deprioritized plan. It's because the deprioritized plans are the most affordable options. So let's get out of the T-Mobile website here. No, we don't have a minute, right? Verizon. If we're looking at Verizon's plans, I know there's a tab open with them. Here we go. Let's go back and we'll just go to mobile plans. Like when people look at Verizon, what do they see? They see unlimited welcome. They see the affordable price and they sign up. Most people are on unlimited welcome or unlimited, what was it? Start unlimited, welcome unlimited before. Most people are on the deprioritized plan. Go to AT&T. When people go to sign up for AT&T wireless, I mean, maybe the reps are doing a better job at talking them up and chatting them into a better plan. But if you go to phone plans, I think most people are on unlimited starter. It's a great plan. It's a great value. It's got unlimited data. It's got 5 gigs of hotspot. Like that's really everything most people really need in a plan. So, yes. So deprioritized plan, it is super useful. Trevor brings up a great point though. It is the only time it's not useful is if you are on a throttled plan. So what does Trevor mean when he says throttled plan? That is going to be like, wait, hang on, wrong Chrome window. If we go to US Mobile, right, and we go plans, and you are on, wow, this is like so hard to illustrate. If you go to my website, here we go, US Mobile Unlimited Warp, right? If you are on the Unlimited Warp starter plan, you see how this plan drops down to 1 megabit per second after 70 gigs. So the first 70 gigs, that's useful speed test data that you can use. Once your plan gets capped at 1 megabit per second, that is no longer useful because it's not an accurate representation of the cellular performance. It's only showing like that you have a connection, I guess. It's actually skewing the data, so it is unhelpful. But deprioritized, that is helpful because that's showing what the network experience is like, even for a deprioritized customer, and that's valuable. Yeah, so thank you for that. Musky, I feel like I've said your name different every time it's come up. I appreciate you so much. All right. What is the best cell phone coverage in 75, 27? That is a fantastic question. We're in Dallas, Texas. Oh, you know what's good in Dallas. I was going to say AT&T, but all of them. Look at that. AT&T is actually the slowest, 100% coverage across the board. T-Mobile in first, Verizon in a close second, AT&T in third, all very similar with our reliability scores. Let's take a look at this coverage breakdown. Look at that. Green bars across the board. That is awesome. Is this the best coverage area we've had so far? Pop over here. Wow. That is just superb. That is superb. What are we looking at? T-Mobile, dense. AT&T, dense. Verizon, dense. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Speed test, look at that. ripping fast. Is that AT&T millimeter wave? Oh my gosh, everybody hold the phone. That's nuts. And that's from October 8th. What was that, like 5 days ago? That is amazing. That is amazing. Wow. I am shook. Shook to my core. I have ne'er say seen speeds this fast on AT&T before. Oh my God, it's everywhere. It's like a disease. It's covered. You just, my God. All right, what do we have on T-Mobile? Same thing, ripping fat. 2,000 megabits per second. I don't think I've ever seen that on T-Mobile on 5G. That's nuts. Oh, it's so good. What about Verizon? You know, I don't even know if AT&T, Tommy, I don't know if AT&T is millimeter wave, but that is so good. It is so good. And it looks like, oh my God, Verizon is even better. Look at this. That is just, oh my goodness. I'm like, we can go in and like zoom in 0.3 kilometers. Look at this. It's a landmine, just absolutely filled. All right, what we need to do, we're going to go bigger squares, 1 kilometer squares, color profile, best carrier. You can't go wrong. Muskie, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. It does appear that Verizon is dishing out the fastest speeds in that area. Yeah, I think Kyle's right. I think my stadium, I should actually go. There's this concert coming up that I've been debating. Haven't gotten a ticket yet, but I should go and test it out. 5G juicy, not 5G you said. Yeah, I am shook to my core. That is wild. I mean, I feel like I should take a field trip day to Dallas just to run cellular speed tests. There's no other way. I mean, it's simply not. It's not C-band. That's not C-band. That's millimeter wave. All right, it is somehow 9:15 p.m. We will do 5 more zip code checks, and then I'm going to log off and pass out and go to bed and then wake up and do some of my own speed testing. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Doxinator 14. If I run speed tests while we're in the States, will the coverage map app Square show the roaming network or my Canadian network? When you run any speed test with the coverage map system, it will show the network that the speed test is running on. So if you have a Canadian carrier and you come to the United States and you're roaming on Verizon, that speed test will be logged to the Verizon network. It'd be cool to get more information in and get more roaming in, but for right now, it's just going to log to that native network because that's the experience. You're like, I'm a customer, I'm on the Verizon network, this is what I'm getting, so that's what we log. Oh my God. I said we're going to do 5 more, and the chat just goes crazy. All right, Alan, I got you. What is the best cell coverage in zip code 33868? 33868. We're going to Florida. We've not been to Florida yet today. I feel like I'm getting my passport all filled out. I guess you don't need your passport for flying domestically. AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon. AT&T and Verizon definitely looking a little bit better, but T-Mobile, of course, this is a classic combo. AT&T and Verizon are like, yo, we have coverage. T-Mobile's like, we do not have coverage, but we have fast speeds. Definitely looks a little bit more like T-Mobile and Verizon from a reliability perspective. Taking a look at that coverage breakdown, wow. You can see T-Mobile, 75% coverage, but only about 20%, 43%, we'll call it, is in that good and great zone. We've got a lot of 30% poor coverage. Not a good sign. Makes me think we should lean AT&T or Verizon here. Let's check out those speeds. Oh, shout out to Dish. Shout out and RIP to Dish. Maybe Verizon looking at the speeds. Let's go to the map. The map is like the truth teller, in my opinion. It's just so good. Oh, bye, Dallas. Everyone wave bye to the fast Dallas speeds. Okay, this area looks a little bit more rural. We're all looking at best carrier here, so let's just go to carrier, do one at a time. AT&T, super fast. Look at that, awesome. T-Mobile, super fast, awesome. And Verizon, it looks fast, but we don't have any in this area, and it's kind of concerning to me that these ones are a little slow. What's 2023? Okay, so Verizon could have upgraded it. Could have been an upgrade. What do we got for? Yeah, just checking these again. T-Mobile does look really good, but the coverage it said was not as good. That could mean AT&T is a move. Signal strength. What are we looking at? Verizon. Verizon does look like it's got banger signal strength there. T-Mobile looks like it's got the cities. This is what it means. Like T-Mobile means like the outsert. I don't know where the area is, but as you go farther away, looks like it's got less coverage. And if we switch over to Verizon, just to contrast that, boom, fully covered. AT&T, boom, full. Yeah, Alan, AT&T. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Jordan, what is the best cell phone coverage in zip code 90210? Let's find out. 90210. Where are we going? Beverly Hills, Los Angeles, California. Going to Cali, baby. Whoa! I am not sharing this. Sorry about that. Now you can see my late reaction. T-Mobile, over 200 megabits per second down, 100% coverage across the board. I mean, it just looks like such a good area to be in. You can see that, wow, shockingly, AT&T saying they've got a lot of good, not a whole lot of great. T-Mobile, a lot of great, a lot of good. Verizon, a lot of great. Could be a Verizon, could be T-Mobile. That's what I'm thinking right now. We throw this into the map. It's fun to be California. We're going to be flying, everybody. Whoop-bam! All the way across the United States. Oh, it is just packed. Looking at AT&T, I mean, this honestly still looks fine. T-Mobile, I mean, the cities are just, they're slammed out with cell towers. They got macros, they've got micros, they've got big cells. I'm making that up. Don't quote me on that. They've got towers. That's all I mean. If we pop over to the speed test map, AT&T, oh, blanketed and ripping fast. Love to see it. T-Mobile, blanketed and ripping fast. You'll love to see it. And Verizon, blanketed and ripping fast. Oh my gosh. If we do pop over to best carrier, it looks like it's a toss-up between T-Mobile and Verizon. Based on that coverage data, I'd probably lean a little bit more towards Verizon in the Beverly Hills area. I think that's going to be my answer. Oh, I was actually sharing completely false information on this stream. Trevor, thank you for correcting me. It turns out if you are roaming, it's going to log to your primary carrier. So if you're Rogers in Canada and you go to the US, it will say Rogers. So forgive me for the blatant error there. So there you go. That is how that works. All right, we can do what have I done? 2, 3 more? We'll answer Matthews. Are there any T-Mobile MVNO plans on QCI 6 aside from Google Fi? It turns out T-Mobile prepaid, T-Mobile Connect, and that's it. Those are the only ones that are QCI 6 on T-Mobile. Taylor Rosenberg, what is the best cell phone coverage in zip code 59758? Oops. Let's find out. Montana. Oh, what a beautiful state. I bet it's so peaceful and beautiful up there. I love how this page loads and you don't get the results. Wow. This is wow for the wrong reason. There's nothing up there. We must have like 1 or 2 cell towers in town. All are saying between 40 and 50% coverage, Verizon with the fastest speeds, and around 1.3 to 2 reliability. I'd probably lean Verizon looking at this. Let's go ahead and take a look at that coverage breakdown. I feel like I've got to zoom in. Where is the coverage? All look very comparable. AT&T and T-Mobile actually don't look that bad. Despite having less total coverage, the amount of like good and great coverage. Like if you have T-Mobile, it seems like it's going to be really good, or you just won't have coverage. Verizon, maybe you'll have coverage in more areas, but it'll potentially be weaker. Those data speeds, Verizon, hey, if Verizon delivers fast speeds on that coverage, that's actually not bad. Let's fly in. Let's do our trip. Bam. Zoom. Oh, look at this. My gosh, I am utterly shocked. We have data. Oh, this is Verizon. Oh, but look at T-Mobile. This is nuts, everybody. So AT&T. Oh my God, there probably is one tower, and that tower has been upgraded. Because I mean, you can look at the fall off here. So 380, and what does it drop down to? Like you leave 7. That's why the speeds are so slow. I think it's the average speeds per square. That's wild. Okay, or the median speeds per square, rather. Okay, what do we have for T-Mobile? I'm just shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Look at that. Look at that drop off when you leave the tower, and then you pick up another tower. Oh my goodness. Honestly, super fast. Oh, it's because you're right next to the airport. And then what am I trying to do? Pop over to Verizon. Shocked. Also very fast. All right, am I right? There's only like one tower in this area. Signal strength. Oh, look at that. Who called it? Who called it? There is literally one cell phone tower in that area. Maybe 2 if you count that one. Verizon, AT&T. It's got it. It says you're covered. Or T-Mobile. Yeah, look at that. So funny enough, Taylor, it looks like all of the carriers are on that tower, and speeds are quite good on all of them. They've rolled out their mid-band 5G networks. Based on this performance, we can do color profile best. Verizon looks like it's going to be a great option. I'd probably consider doing Verizon. Yeah, that's what I'd say. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Shout out to the person who drove through here and was testing. Like, that's great. And is this recent? August of 2025. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 620. That's just insane. All right, where are we going to next? I think we got, what, 2 more? 1 more? I'm never good at counting. Bro, you're on overtime? Yeah, Bill, I guess I am on overtime. 3 hours and 16 minutes. I was like, I'm going to end. Do you own this website? Is it here? Yes, I do own this website. If that wasn't clear, I co-own it, I guess. I co-founded it with Trevor. And I did the word typing on this page. Trevor did all of the back-end magic to really make it happen and to calculate all the numbers. But yes, I co-founded Coverage Map. Keith, you are lucky. We will get you as... Max just got back, going on 4 hours. Yeah, we are. Guys, don't encourage me. I need sleep. That is a priority. The blue light in my retinas is definitely not good for my circadian rhythm. Max, I'm also curious to hear what is going on with your phone number, my friend. Hopefully you get that back. That's actually nuts. Hamza, what cell carrier do you use? My personal number is on US Mobile. I'm on, I think we just had it up. I'm on, yeah, this plan right here, US Mobile Unlimited Starter Warp. I forgot it got upgraded to 70 gigs of high-speed data. And here I am using like 6 to 12 per month. That's nuts. Yeah. All right. We got to go and figure out what the best cell phone coverage is for Keith in 48075. Where are we going, Keith? Where are we going? I feel like this is the middle of the country, right? Based on how zip codes work. 48075. Michigan. I'd say that's pretty middle of the country. Oh my goodness. Utterly shocked. This might be an AT&T area. 100% coverage across the board. Median speeds 272, 291, 86.6. Great reliability ranging from 7.4 to 10 out of 10. Doing that coverage deep dive. Look at that. Green bars across the board. That is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. We love to see it. Taking a look at the speeds here. Looks like T-Mobile with the best upload. AT&T with a really good upload as well. Probably leaning AT&T or T-Mobile in this area. Let's go check the map and see what kind of information we get. Yeah, probably it's probably going to be AT&T. Oh, look at this. We were just in this area. Yeah, you're covered. You are covered. What we can do best carrier. Who's crushing it? T-Mobile. T-Mobile's technically crushing it, but you can't go wrong. And shout out to all the people who are speed testing in this area. Look at that. 1,842 megabits per second. Literally, I've never seen anything like that in my area on AT&T. That's nuts. That is not, I mean, it's just everywhere. It's like a contagious disease. It's spreading. It's unstoppable. T-Mobile, blanketed. Can't go wrong. Absolutely rock socks. Verizon. Well, I mean, it's still good, but I think, Keith, if I'm in your shoes, I'm probably doing AT&T, and I'm probably scoring a crazy good deal on like US Mobile Unlimited Starter or something like that. That's what I would say. Let's go 4 hours, 5 hours. You guys are nuts. Maybe when I'm on vacation, I'll do a longer stream. But I feel like we gotta do some more stuff here. All right, Reb Strike, I see you. You guys are the best. Yeah, your sleep should be prioritized, not deprioritized. Hey Stetson, what's better for Darkstar QCI 7 or standalone? Vartan, I wish I had the answer to this. And I don't. That's the honest truth. If I were to make up an answer, it'd be QCI. I think QCI will make a higher impact on cellular performance than getting a standalone connection will. Because why? I think because priority, just how the network is going to handle your device and your connection, it'll prioritize you above regardless of the connection type. Even if you have a 5G standalone connection, you may be deprioritized during times of network congestion. And I think QCI 7. So there we go. Keith, you're welcome, my friend. 24 hours. Guys, get out of here. Get out of here. That'd be nuts. All right. Who had the last zip code? Okay. Zahir created a new square on the map with AT&T and Verizon, 300 to 400 megabits per second, but I get like 2 bars. Oh my gosh. Jordan, what is the QCI of deprioritized sleep? This is a tricky question. I feel like that's like -40. It takes years off your life. No, it really just hurts tomorrow. Actually, it'd be more like the QCI of deprioritized sleep is plus 2 cups of coffee. That's really the only option for that. Interesting. So Fane fella, I just switched carriers from Verizon to T-Mobile at zip 2014-8. All right, we're gonna do 2 zip codes. BK Hunley, I see you. We're gonna get to you. 2014-8, and I have never passed 4 megabits per second on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. That seems weird. Let's just, like, what is going on? Bam. We don't even need to look it up. 2014-8. Where are we going? We're going East Coast. Virginia. Oh, I'm happy. That's pretty close to East Coast. Oh, I love that. Flying around. Oh, we were just here. And you're on the T-Mobile network, you say? T-Mobile, what do we have? Look. So, Fane, I am no expert. It seems like you should be getting substantially faster speeds than 4 megabits per second on your iPhone. Okay, wait. I have an important follow-up question, So Fane. Oh, and I can demonstrate this perfectly because I have my iPhone plugged in. Wait, let me do some configuration here, up here. So Fane, my question for you, how are you measuring your speeds? Because there is a popular website called, oops, hang on. It's a good thing I'm doing this off camera. Sometimes it's nice not to like pull up your whole personal life online, right? Okay, cool. Stop it. Awesome. There is a popular speed testing utility called fast.com. And this is hosted by Netflix, which you cannot see because the little thing is covered in the corner. So let me hide that. It says powered by Netflix in the bottom right. Do you see that? I can zoom in on the phone. Powered by Netflix. So what is this test doing? This is connecting directly to a Netflix server. And so Fane, it turns out if your cell phone plan has a video speed cap, such as a 480p or a 720p speed cap, then your speeds to this server will be slowed down. Let me see if I can demonstrate that with my current plan. All right, I love how I turn off Wi-Fi, and because we're doing the recording here, it says we have it. So now we're on cellular, and you will notice that the speeds are very slow, and the connection is weak. But it should, is it actually 941? Okay, thank goodness. It is only 933. It might not even run. Yeah, here we go. 3.8, 2.6 megabits per second. And the actual network speeds are going to be faster. It's because there's a video speed cap that I'm getting these speeds. So if you're using this mobile app, that might be the reason that your speeds are slow. You can see we just got 1.9 down. If I pop over to the coverage map application, it updates to Verizon. Okay, I've reached my limit. It's probably because I turned on a limit and didn't enter anything. Perfect. And I hit start test. We are going to get, well, the speeds are actually really bad in this area, so maybe not too much more. But there you go. You can see 10 to 15, 16. That's way faster than what we get, like 2 megabits per second we got on fast.com. So your speeds might not they might not be throttled. It might just be the, well, your video speeds are probably throttled, but it might be the app that you're using. So I would encourage you to try a different app. It can be the Coverage Map app. I'm biased. I helped create that. I'd encourage you to check it out. It's completely free. It could be any other speed testing app. And then the answer to unthrottle your speeds would be to get a VPN, because that will bypass any potential video throttle. So again, on fast.com, a VPN will make this go to full speeds, but it will also potentially slow down other things. Anyway, I hope that is helpful, and I'm very curious what the result was for that. BK Hundley, thank you so much for your patience. I appreciate your support. We are going out. How is it 3.5 hours? Should I start this at like noon or something? Then I could do a longer stream. What is the best cell phone coverage in zip code 30,31,6? Where are we going? That feels a little bit off of East Coast to me. How's my Georgia? I wish I could zoom in on the map and be. Oh my God. I'm floored. Look at this. Huh. Classic. How is this always the story? It's not always the story. When we were in Texas, I was flabbergasted at AT&T speeds. AT&T slow, T-Mobile ripping fast, Verizon ripping fast, all 100% coverage. T-Mobile best reliability, high probability. T-Mobile will be the best answer in this location. I'm just impressed. Like, this is median download speed. That's nuts. Coverage, yeah, looks great across the board. You can just see how far T-Mobile is ahead of everyone. AT&T is so bad. It looks like it's 88.9, but I'm pretty sure that's, actually it might be 88.9. No, it's 38.9. Oh my gosh. Upload speed, T-Mobile crushing it. This is probably between T-Mobile and Verizon right now. All right, where is Atlanta, Georgia? Hey, you know, I feel like I'm kind of right. That's like more off of East Coast. Wow, look at, you can see all the pit. These are all the locations we've looked up. This is where you guys all are. That is so cool. Okay, now we need to find the Atlanta, Georgia one. I think it was this one, right? Can I search again? Just to double check. I think it was this one. Yeah, perfect. I mean, T-Mobile, crazy fast everywhere. Magic. AT&T, not bad. We got over 1,000 down over here. Very cool. When was this last updated? 2024. That's pretty recent. I think that shows you either, yeah. I don't think their mid-band is reaching as far. I don't know why. Or maybe it's just like they deployed it after 2024 or something more recently. What is oh, we just checked T-Mobile and I was blown away. And then Verizon. Gosh darn, look at that. Oh. I don't think there's anything more satisfying or amazing than just this blanket of 5G UW coverage. Like, wow. Just wow. Yeah, I mean, if I'm in your shoes, I'd probably go Verizon on the Verizon network. US Mobile would also be great. T-Mobile is also going to be superb. You can't go wrong. You simply cannot go wrong. If we do color profile best, I mean, Verizon's going to take the cake. So, is what it is. I guess that is more Atlanta versus over here. But BK, hope that's helpful. I think that's it. Oh, we have one more super chat coming in. Zahir, thank you so much. I switched from Warp to Darkstar on my second SIM backup, and I got better coverage. Usually when Verizon is down, I found that T-Mobile is also 0 bar, but AT&T is everywhere. Yeah, it really varies by location, and that's what I'd say. That's why we built this incredible map, so people you can go and use. This is a free resource. You can just go and check it out. And the coolest thing that I forget we have a button for. Look at this. The 3D view is just crazy. You can really see where the fast speeds are. Damn, this is awesome. It looks so funny with all those pins. But yeah, I think we checked a lot of locations today. We covered the best cell phone plans. Tommy Shields. Oh my gosh, did I miss it? I'm so sorry. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now go to bed. That was a while ago. I do need to go to bed. Thankfully it's only 9:39 here. I can be in bed by 10, pass out. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. All right. I'm going to call it. Please check out the free coverage map website. Contribute if you're interested. Completely free. You can check cell coverage. We really think you're going to like it because we worked really hard on it and it's super cool and you guys are amazing. So here's the link. Check it out. Free coverage map app. This is all crowdsourced data. I mean, it's just so cool to see. So anyway, that has been it. That has been your live stream. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. I guess if you're an East Coaster, it's probably already Tuesday, but thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome rest of your week, and I will see you next Monday for another epic stream. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye.